mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units, portable bathroom safety equipment, and CPAP users will love our new CPAP room. For friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place, you can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
Welcome back here to Spring Garden High School Panther Stadium, and it is all Panthers tonight, as you see, with the big lead. Raglan, the Purple Devils facing a 4th and 4 at their own 40-yard line, and it looks like the Panthers will go for it. Phillips is back in at that quarterback position right now for Raglan. Kelly in motion. Now he'll set up, and Spring Garden comes across, and that is going to give the Purple Devils a 1st and 10.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. Be a 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. That will result in a 1st down.
So, Coach, the hard count, it works. Draws them off sides.
Absolutely, and I think that's what they were going to do earlier.
So Raglan will keep possession of the ball, keep the drive alive now, out to their own 45-yard line, 1st down and 10. Phillips will stay in at that quarterback position alongside Kelly. Fake it to him, and right up the middle, and he'll have it just shy of midfield at about the 48-yard line, as it'll be Gowans in there to make the stop along with Pope for the Panthers. So 2nd down, and call it 6 to go. Gets 4 on 1st down. And do we have the official stepping up, looking over at the sideline, but I don't see any kind of laundry on the field, so we're ready to go. Phillips and Kelly in the backfield here for Raglan. They'll remove that 2-slot look over to the left side. Almost drops it, gives it to Kelly. The timing in that play kind of thrown off. Kelly, though, gets a block out there. Will have his 1st down. Dives inside the 45. Austin will bring him down, but it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Purple Devils.
Right, he got a beautiful block over there. Pancake block on the outside. Spring Garden just pursued to the football. It's just hard for Kelly. You know, one guy missed, and 3 or 4 others taking the pursuit angles, and it's just tough.
So 1st down and 10 here for the Purple Devils as they keep rolling now into Spring Garden territory down at the 42-yard line. Phillips will fake one way, going to break it back out to the left, and breaks one tackle, lowers the shoulder. We're going to get a hold, I think, out here on the corner, though, as you see a penalty flag down on the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there was a hold right at the point of attack there, Coach.
I would agree. I would agree.
It's going to be right here.
Yep, holding is the call, as Matthew McFall will tell us, and so that'll back up the Purple Devils, and that can be a drive killer. Puts you back well behind the sticks. They'll mark it off on the spot of the foul. And that was right around the 40-yard line, it looks like, so that will back them up.
Holding on the offense. Penalty 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still 1st down.
Backs them up to midfield now. So that'll be 1st and 18 now for the Purple Devils. And Phillips looks to put it up in the air, just drops it out in the flat, incomplete. Trying to hit ball over here on the near side, and too far out in front of him. 2nd down and 18 coming up here for Raglan. That will stop the clock with 9:37 to go.
Well, he had him wide open, so I'm a little bit shocked at that. Yeah, we're not shocked, but if he drops that pass in there, that's for a big game right there.
So Raglan will get set up. Kelly will be your tailback. Phillips will operate out of the gun once again. They've got the strength of the formation over to the left side, and they're going to run left with Kelly, and he's going to be hitting the backfield, and he is going to be dropped as we get another penalty flag that will come in on the play. And Spring Garden just all over that play from the outset. First guy there was Andrew Bates, and then it was just everybody else joined in the party.
Absolutely. They just all over that play.
So we'll get the call here.
All right. Okay.
And Nathan Law made
holding on the offense. That penalty is declined.
Holding is a penalty.
It'll be 3rd down.
So Spring Garden will take the result of the play, which was a loss back to the 46-yard line. And really call it the 45, so that's another 5. Call it third down now and 23 for Ragland. Phillips going to take it, got pressure coming. Gowans has got him, and he just throws it up, and it's complete to Ball, and Ball is going to be down inside the 40-yard line, so a big gain there as Cade Williams comes up to hit him from behind. But check this out, Coach.
Well, he's in the press. That's the backside pressure I was telling you about, and he just threw it up, and, hey, mama, look what I found.
Yeah, let me correct myself. That was actually number 78, Lucas Frost, who made the stop, and now it's fourth down and a bit manageable. And we're going to have a timeout taken on the field, it looks like, by the Purple Devils. Comes with 8:50 remaining. They'll face a 4th and 6 when we come back here on the Friday Night Network.
Have you written a book? You can become a published author with Dorrance Publishing, the nation's oldest publishing services company. Our professional team will edit your text, design your book pages, and create an appealing, eye-catching custom cover. Plus, our authors benefit from a custom book promotion marketing campaign that makes your book available where people buy books, like Amazon and brick-and-mortar bookstores. So make this free call right now to claim your free author's guide to publishing. Call right now.
Welcome back here to Spring Garden, as Ragland will be facing a 4th and 6 coming up from inside the 40 down and around the 38-yard line. But, Coach, it was 3rd and 23. They hit a pass out to Ball, and it was a great play by Phillips. He was in the grasp and going down and got rid of the football.
Right, he just got rid of it, and, he avoided the sack, and actually good effort play. And that's what you want to see, The game is pretty much decided right now, but you want to make sure that your players still fight and play as hard as they can, end the season on a good note.
So here it is, 4th down and 6. Phillips is going to drop back. He is going to fire it down the field. Got a man out there, goes up, tipped away, incomplete. Good coverage downfield. On the coverage that time was Denver Jarrett, number 10 for Spring Garden. So the Panthers will take over on downs, back out just shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line they're on.
Well, and that's what you want to do. He just threw it up, another 50-50 ball. He wanted to give his athlete an opportunity to make the play, and Spring Garden just played great defense that time. Kelly got one earlier like that, but this time defense won the battle.
So Spring Garden will take it over, and they will have it now. And really, for them, you just want to kind of run some clock and shorten the game up with 8:43 remaining.
Absolutely. Just keep it on the ground, probably about 3 first downs, or 2 first downs. On that last one, you probably can run the clock out.
So now it'll be Chaz Pope who will step in at the quarterback position. Welch and Weston Kirk in behind him. And Kirk gets the carry, and he's going to be hitting the backfield, breaks that tackle, and just keeps those legs surging forward. And it's going to end up as the scrum moves forward, Coach, in the play that we both hate, out across the 45 near the 46-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and short coming up.
That's right. Just leg drive, just keeping it, But you want to be careful right here also. You don't want to get in a situation like that, and that's what I'm so afraid of. You get in a play like that, and somebody get a twisted ankle, offensive lineman, somebody get rolled up on the back.
Nathaniel Kelly, I will give credit for the tackle. He was somewhere in the scrum there. And it was a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 coming up here for Spring Garden. Pope again under center. Cam Welch will be in the backfield. They're going to hand it off, and a new running back there who's going to be hitting the backfield and finally dropped for a loss by Spring Garden, or by Ragland rather. That is Matthew Turnbull who makes the stop.
Rogers was the running back.
Yeah. So substitutions going on by both teams, getting some fresh guys in there.
Yeah, I would absolutely be substituting. I think I'd be getting Kirk them out of the ball game right about now.
Yeah, well, you've got Pope in at quarterback, and now you got Cam Welch, and also it is Larry Rogers as the tailback dotting the I, and it's just going to be Pope going straight ahead, and Pope's going to have his first down and then some inside the 45 down near the 42-yard line before he is tackled, and that'll be a 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the 43, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Just a straight quarterback keeper.
Yep, just straight ahead.
More substitutions coming in the game now for Spring Garden. A lot of clean jerseys out there. Welch and Rogers in the backfield. Now in at quarterback is Chapel Pope. And he's going to turn. He's going to hand it off. That is Cam Welch, who was hit and driven back right there in the middle of the field. Phillips put a big lick on him. Also in on the tackle, number 57, Jacoby Brewster.
Absolutely. He took a shot.
So no gain on that one. It looks like 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Panthers. And somehow or other we got the clock stopped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it actually is. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, I see the official talking now.
Well, they don't have the chains marked.
Oh, you don't have an umpire on the football and they're about to snap the ball.
Yeah, can't do that. Umpire comes up and says, no, hang on.
Well, the umpire had to stay connected to the official. And, that's about the 3rd time he's done that.
So they're going to step it back and say that he got no gain, which is where it was. I don't know.
Illegal shift
okay.
on the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 2nd down.
Well, I'm confused, Coach. They only moved it back about 3 yards. Still got the officials' mic open out there. A lot of
Where were you at?
noise.
Were we not on the 40?
We need to go back 2 more to the 40.
All right, they're going to move it back another couple of yards. They've got this sorted out now.
Well, they better hope the observer's not at the game watching.
So they'll put it on the 45 now, and it will be 2nd down and about 13 to go.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the first 3-yard penalty I ever seen in my life.
I watched him mark it back and thought, well, now, because I didn't see the flag on the field, and then he only moved it back 3 yards. So Pope under center, Welch and Rogers in the backfield in that I set here for Spring Garden, and going to give it to Rogers, hitting the backfield and dropped immediately. Also, again, it's Jacoby Brewster knifing through there to make the stop for Ragland.
Well, and you got all your young guys in there. You got your young offensive line, you know. And it's the time where Rogers will be begging them to block, man. Please block.
Just give me one block, just one. So now it's 2nd down and 15 yards to go. And, of course, Spring Garden burning as much of the clock as they can with 5:40 remaining in the football game. Young guys, clean pants and clean jerseys out there.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be Pope keeping him himself around the corner. He's going to be inside the 40, and he's going to be down near the 36, and we're going to have a penalty flag coming in late on that one as Phillips makes the stop. 2 flags down.
Well, Grady, your receiver up at the top, he lined up about 5 yards on the defensive side.
Well, they're going to call a hold or block it back on that one, so that's going to move the ball on back.
He had to shift back about 5 yards.
And he's about to mark it off the wrong way. Now that gets turned around, and he's going the right direction this time. We're having all kinds of troubles here late in this one, Coach. Let's take a look tomorrow night. A little more at stake tomorrow night. Piedmont at Wellborn tomorrow
Holding.
night. 3A Region 6 battle.
On the offense. Penalty be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still 2nd down.
So it's back to 2nd down at the 49, but there you see it. Depending on the outcome of the Randolph County game tonight, there really may not be anything in terms of standings on the line, but you know both of those teams want to win that football game. As the ball is on, I thought was on the ground for a minute, scooped up there, and just trying to get a little bit is Matthew Christian, number 22, and not a lot there for him.
Well, he put a couple of starting receivers back in on that particular play. But you get a thrill out of seeing these young guys play.
Yeah, you know they're thrilled to death to get into the football game.
Absolutely. I had one some years ago, Gray, that played safety, and the guy had never played football before. And I told him to break down in position, and he got in a 3-point stand.
Oh, goodness. Here's a gun look this time, and they're going to put it up and overthrows the intended receiver, Pope. Trying to get it out there to Lucas Byers. That pass is incomplete. That will stop the clock with 4:39. And it looks like Spring Garden ready to kick this one away.
Absolutely.
All right, this quarter is presented by Spring Garden General Store on Highway 278. Stop in for their delicious smoked barbecue, hot coffee, homemade breakfast biscuits, and fresh Hunt Brothers pizza. Open daily till 8 p.m. So Spring Garden ready to kick it away. Gowan's on to do that. He'll stand back inside his own territory, back around the 41-yard line. Ready to boot this thing out.
Right, and I'm sure he got his starting punt unit back in,
Yeah, see if they can get one off, and they do. And
Oh,
that's a
beautiful.
nice one.
Beautiful punt.
Kelly will call the fair catch. He'll make that back near the 10-yard line, and that's where the Purple Devils will take over first down and 10. They'll have 4:32 to work with. As this one's starting to wind down.
Absolutely.
And we'll see how many fresh jerseys we'll see on the Raglan offensive side of things. They may well leave a lot of their starting guys still in there. Looks like Elijah Ball is going to be in at quarterback now for the Purple Devils. Ball will take the direct snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle. There's some running room. Spins out of a tackle. And firing off straight ahead, that's number 9, Trevin Williams.
And you want to get those guys, this is a situation where the defensive coordinator, will be screaming right here because he want to preserve that shutout. Yeah. But you got to get those young guys some playing time. And, when I was a head coach and being a defensive coordinator, it was hard for me to get my assistants to understand that, hey, these guys got to play, so we may have to give up a touchdown and let them play. They need to be able to stop them on their own.
So now Ball's going to hand it off once again, and once again, good running room right up the middle. I think that is Jarvis Turner, who is in at the running back position, taken down there by number 22, Matthew Christian.
And a lot of times you'd be surprised how much confidence to give those guys if they're able to make a stop and keep them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, there's no substitute for playing in a game situation. You can't simulate that in practice. No matter what the score is, it's still a live game situation.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Second and a couple. That gain was 8. Ball continues to operate at the quarterback position. And he's going to turn and hand it off once again. And slipping on the cut that time was his back, number 9, Trevin Williams. And we get a penalty flag. And that's a hold call on Raglan, so that will back him up 10 yards. You kind of like to see maybe a little leniency on this when you got all the young guys in, so that we don't have a plethora of penalty flags this late in a 34-0 ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to let them play a little bit. I mean, not so obvious, but
yeah.
As they say, you can you talk to most officials, you can call holding probably on every play if you wanted to.
Look, as much trouble as we're having just getting it going in the right direction with
That's
penalty
right.
step-offs, we probably need to leave that alone.
That's right. Hey, I'm still thinking about my little receiver that was telling the official he was off the line, but he was 5 yards on the defensive side.
Here's Ball. He's going to drop back, looking to put this one up. You got a man out there. Kelly goes up, knocked away. And how about that defensive play by one of the young guys there? That is number 10, Denver Jarrett.
Absolutely. That's a great play, and he'll remember that. And that's what you want, that gives him confidence.
So it'll bring up third down and about 12 to go right now for Raglan. That also stops the clock with 3:05 to go here in the ball game. Purple Devils will huddle up. And we've gotten about what we expected. Thought that Spring Garden would pretty well dominate the game if you looked at the two teams coming in on paper. And it's pretty well lived up to that. Ball. We'll take it. He's just going to hand it off and getting back and stuffed and taken down by Cam Welch that time on the play. Good defensive stop for Spring Garden. And running the ball that time, number 21, Turner, for Raglan, and that'll be fourth down now. And call it no gain. And let's see, Raglan will line up and kick this one away, it looks like. We've got a different kicker in now. Snap is a good one. And getting it out of there. Very short kick, but it's going to take a great bounce for Ragland. And it'll go all the way into Spring Garden territory, down around the 46-yard line with 2:13 to go. Spring Garden will take over.
Well, I think they can run out the clock right now. I think if they keep it on the ground, I don't think Ragland will call any timeouts right here.
Fourth quarter action tonight is presented by Spring Garden General Store on Highway 278. Stop in for their delicious smoked barbecue, hot coffee, homemade breakfast biscuits, and fresh Hunt Brothers Pizza, open daily till 8 p.m. Yeah, so maybe if we don't get any timeouts or passes or penalties whistled here, we can just kind of wind this one on down. Quarterback will be Chapel Pope. He's going to take it. He's going to hand it off. And running to the near side is Cam Welch, breaking a tackle. Stays on his feet across midfield into about the 47-yard line. He'll be taken down there by Cotton. It'll bring up second down and call it about 3 to go. Gain of 7. Good run there by Pope. Look for Spring Garden to take all the time they can, not rush this. Pope gets the signal in from the sidelines, and he will drop back in that gun. Welch and Rogers will flank him on either side. Twins right, single wide out to the near side, and it's going to be Pope keeping it himself. Lowers the head, and he's going to be stopped short of his first down. Number 76 up off the bottom of the pile there, Caden Bice for Ragland. And he'll be just short of his first down. It'll bring up third down and about 1.5 yards or so, call it here, for the Panthers. And we go under a minute to go in the ball game. If they can get about 1.5 yards, Coach, one more play would do it.
I think it will.
One more play might just about do it anyway. It'll be close. Depends on how quick the officials decide to spot the ball.
Oh, they'll take the time. Right here, there's normally a 10 to 15 second spot.
Yeah. And they're going to hand it off, just looking for running room. Got his first down anyway. Straight ahead with the football is Larry Rogers. And that'll just now be time for the victory formation. And the Panthers are going to come out of here with the win tonight over the Ragland Purple Devils. 34-0. Looks like it'll be the final. Football will be spotted down at the 41-yard line. First down and 10. And Spring Garden doesn't even have to snap it again. That's going to be the final play of the football game. The final 20 seconds will run off here. And Spring Garden will move to 8-1 on the season. Ragland will fall to 2-8 here on the 2019 season as our first ever trip here to Spring Garden High School. Panthers make it a nice night for the home folks. They win it 34-0. We'll grab a timeout. We're back to wrap things up coming up next here on the Friday Night Network Game of the Week.
Griffin Laser Engraving in Lincoln is your authorized local dealer for personalized Yeti products. Get your Yeti customized for your team, a business, or a special event. Your color, graphics, even photos. At Griffin Laser Engraving, we make it the way you want it. Order just one or hundreds, and you'll find a full line of Yeti coolers and accessories on hand, even the hard-to-find items. Nationally recognized, but right here at home in Lincoln for quality awards, trophies, powder coating, and personalized Yeti items, Griffin Laser Engraving. Aniston Auto Trim and Body Shop is your best stop for full-service auto body repair, including all body work and professional painting. They also specialize in complete classic car restoration. When you have an accident, you want it back the way it was, and that's what you get with the team at Aniston Auto Trim. The same is true if you're ready to restore your dream car or a timeless family classic. They work with all major insurance companies and provide free estimates for every job. Come by today and see Stacy Jennings and the gang at Aniston Auto Trim and Body Shop, just up the hill off Quintard on Greenbrier Deer Road.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. So get off stake. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
PCA Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont, serving the cities of Piedmont, Center, Hoax Bluff, Jacksonville, Collinsville, Gadsden, Anniston, Cave Springs, and Oxford.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
All right, we'll welcome you back here to Panther Stadium, where tonight the Panthers roll 34-0. The final here as they take down the Raglan Purple Devils. And Coach, it was a good win for Spring Garden. You take care of business the way you want your team to do it when they're coming in against an opponent that you would be favored over.
Absolutely, and that's basically what you want to do. You want to make sure you go into the playoffs with a win, and Spring Garden got the job done, and they had a great senior night. I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
As we're going to get a word here in just a moment, as Tara is down on the field and working on getting the winning interview here. As Spring Garden finishes out, a lot of congratulations there for Coach down there, and we'll get that game-winning interview coming up here in just a moment. And also got some of the stars of the game for Spring Garden out there as well. So Tara working her way back over to the cameras, and as soon as she gets in position, we'll go down there. Coach, you finish it out strong. Now you're ready to go into postseason play if you're Spring Garden, and with some momentum. They had a good finish to the season, so they'll be a team that'll be tough in the 1A playoffs.
That's right. Nobody got injured, and that's what you want. You want to go in there healthy. At least nobody from this particular game got injured, and you want to go in there healthy and just try to make a run for it.
All right, well, let's get you down to the sidelines where Tara Blanchard is standing by.
Usually is. I'm here with Coach Howard. Coach, congratulations on your final region game of the regular season. You are undefeated in your region. That is amazing. I noticed that Raglan lined up in shotgun formation a lot, and your defense forced their quarterback to scramble. You never let them in the end zone. Was that something that you prepared for by watching film, or did you guys just adjust as the night wore on?
No, we'd seen it through the film that we had watched, and we had a package in when they came into their Wildcat-type formation. Probably one of the best formations they got, in my opinion. So we checked down to 6-2 when we saw it and made a sub to get secondary player out and get us another lineman in. And I felt like Coach Ragsdale had a great defensive plan, and the kids went out and executed it well.
Speaking of that defense, you guys went in 20-0 at the half. What do you say to a team that is up 20 points to no points on the board? What adjustments do you make at the half?
I didn't feel like we had played very good in the first half, and pretty much told them that we're not satisfied with, don't live on what has been done before, where our goal is to do what hadn't been done. And I felt like we was satisfied a little and played satisfied the first half. So we talked and tried to straighten that out. And like I said, I felt like the effort was there a little better in the second half.
Well, Coach, I know that this was your final region game and you're looking ahead to Ider next week. Are you going to let off on the gas at all on Ider?
No, it's throttle. Right now, everything's geared towards playoffs. It's like I told them at halftime, we can't take a step back. Everything's got to be steps forward.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
All right, Tara, thank you very much. As a good win for Coach Howard and the Spring Garden Panthers. We'll grab a timeout. We're back to wrap things up next from Spring Garden here on the Friday Night Network Game of the Week.
You've been in an accident, your car needs body work, and you're not having a great day. But things just got better. Wesley Paint and Body Shop in Oxford will take it from here. As soon as you walk through the door, you know you're in a friendly, state-of-the-art collision center with over 100 years of combined professional experience. We offer a 24-hour towing service. It's your choice who repairs your vehicle, and we work with all insurance companies. Wesley's Paint and Body Shop is on 78 right across from Camping World. We're here to make your day a whole lot better.
Come visit the newly remodeled DME showroom at Professional Apothecary in Talladega. You'll see medical beds, portable oxygen, easy lift chairs, walking aids including diabetic shoes and hose, a new private mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units. CPAP users will love our new CPAP room for friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place. You can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Whatever happens, we'll be there with you and your home every step of the way in your journey back. ServPro, like it never even happened.
To Spring Garden High School Panther Stadium, where tonight the Panthers rolled to a 34-0 win over the Raglan Purple Devils. They finished undefeated in the region play and, of course, as region champions. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight, Coach. Tomorrow night we've got a good one. We're going to be down back down in the Anniston area over at Wellborn High School on the Hill for Wellborn and Piedmont tomorrow night.
Can't wait to see it. Two great programs, two great coaches, and I know we're going to have some football.
Absolutely. So we'll see you tomorrow night from the Hill. 6:30 is our airtime here on the Friday Night Network. For our producer, Jim Jacobs, for our entire crew, Tara Blanchard, my partner, Coach Eddie Bullock, I'm Grady Sapp. Good night, everyone, from Spring Garden.
Senior cheerleader, Kendall Gallagher. Kendall was represented tonight by her parents, Mark and Deara Gallagher. She has been a high school cheerleader for 6 years. Kendall plans to attend Gadsden State Community College to pursue radiology. Hannah Young. Hannah is represented tonight by her mom, Elizabeth Young, her aunt, Phoebe Grubbs, and her grandfather, Jim Young. She has been a high school cheerleader for 6 years. and a plan to cheer at the community college and transfer to UAB to pursue an RN degree. Katie Adams. Katie is represented by her parents, Nathan and Jessica Craig. She has been a high school cheerleader for 3 years and a volleyball player for 6 years. Katie plans to play volleyball at the next level and get a college degree.
And good evening and welcome to the Hill for tonight's FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions, a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services industry in Alabama. Over 25 years of experience, Weiss is committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. To learn more about their available products and services, visit the website at WISEENVIRO.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hill. It is the ServPro Countdown to Kickoff. I'm Grady Sapp alongside my partner, Eddie Bullock, as we are back for our second trip to the Hill in the last 3 weeks. And again, another huge matchup here tonight as the number 1 ranked Piedmont Bulldogs come to town to take on the 8-1 Wellborn Panthers. And, Coach, this one has all the makings of a classic.
Absolutely. Wellborn got everything to play for. And, of course, Piedmont want to make sure that they finish out on a high note. So I think we're going to be in for a treat tonight.
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to the region standings were locked up last night. Randolph County defeated Pleasant Valley, so that locked in the Randolph County Tigers into the second spot, and that locks up the region championship for Piedmont, regardless of what happens here tonight. And for the Wellborn Panthers, they will finish third here in Class 3A Region 6. So that's not on the line, but as you said, there's a whole lot more on the line. There's a lot of pride, there's a lot of momentum trying to make your way into the postseason, and I think this is kind of, again, the SEC of 3A in this region. I think you could see all three of the teams atop this region go very deep into the playoffs, and maybe a couple of them meet in the semifinals even.
Absolutely. Can you imagine how Wellborn would feel if they were to finish this year defeating Piedmont, who is the region winner? So, I'm sure they're going to be up for the task.
Well, we are excited to bring it to you tonight. We've caught a break with the weather. The rain has stopped. It's not falling at all now. The field looks like it's in great shape. So I think we're going to have a good night for high school football after rain all day today. We'll see if the slick conditions play into anything at all tonight coming up. All right, we are going to get our first break of the night on the way. Coming up next, we'll take a look back at last night's highlights as we were up in Spring Garden for the first time ever on the Friday Night Network and had the highlights from last night's Spring Garden win over the Ragland Purple Devils. We'll take a look at those as we head to break, and then we're coming back, and we'll take a look at tonight's big ones. That's up next on the Weiss Environmental Solutions FNN Game of the Week. And Coach I'm going to look back over the middle of the field. Got a man caught, touchdown. Easy. Bow bounces off the ground. He gets it, and it's blocked again. And again, it is by Phillips, and Ragland is going to be in great position. Shaw is going to drop back. He started the game. Now he's going to roll to his right, running for his life, and he's going to drop it down. Got a receiver. It's caught, and inside the 10-yard line. Burke will play action. Going to roll to his left. Got pressure. Going to fire it out in the flat. Got his man, and that's Welch who's got the catch, and Welch is going to be out across the 35. Look, or actually under center for Cook, and he's going to hand it off up the middle. That's Welch with a big hole. There goes Luke Welch. He has got one man to beat, and Kelly's going to run him down inside. Shotgun look for Riley Kirk. He's going to drop back. He's going to fire it into the end zone, and that ball is caught short of the goal line. Here's Kirk going to call his own number straight ahead and spun around, and he's in. Touchdown. Goes down, fields it. Now he's going to fire it down the field. He's got a man back there. Caught. Touchdown. Twins to either side for the Purple Devils. Shaw is going to drop back, got pressure coming, fires it up, intercepted by Spring Garden. And nice return down to about the 20-yard line. That pass picked off there by the linebacker. Quarterback, Elijah Ball back there. Running back is Shaw running for his life. And throws an interception. He tries to get rid of it. It's interception. Shuts down for Spring Garden. And out of the shotgun. He's going to call a quarterback draw. Going right up the middle. Big hole. And he just walks it in the end zone. Touchdown. Panther. Phillips going to take it. Got pressure coming. Gallins has got him. And he just throws it up. And it's complete to Ball, and Ball is going to be down inside.
Whatever happens, we'll be there with you and your home every step of the way in your journey back. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Griffin Laser Engraving in Lincoln is your authorized local dealer for personalized Yeti products. Get your Yeti customized for your team, a business, or a special event. Your color, graphics, even photos. At Griffin Laser Engraving, we make it the way you want it. Order just one or hundreds, and you'll find the full line of Yeti coolers and accessories on hand, even the hard-to-find items. Nationally recognized, but right here at home in Lincoln for quality awards, trophies, powder coating, and personalized Yeti items, Griffin Laser Engraving.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Come visit the newly remodeled DME showroom at Professional Apothecary in Talladega. You'll see medical beds, portable oxygen, easy lift chairs, walking aids including diabetic shoes and hose, a new private mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units, portable bathroom safety equipment, and CPAP users will love our new CPAP room. For friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place, you can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
Welcome back here to the Hill for the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions. And we're getting ready set for Piedmont and Wellborn coming up in just a bit. It is the ServPro Countdown to Kickoff presented by ServPro of Anniston, Gadsden, and Marshall County. The Chris Lamy Group, ServPro like it never even happened. All right, of course, a lot of games played last night, but several more to come tonight as well. And we're going to go back and revisit our big ones and talk about some of the ones that have taken place and also look ahead to the ones tonight. And to help us do that, we'll say good evening to Jim Jacobs down in the production trailer just behind the home stands here on the outside. Jim, good evening.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Hey, Jim. There you are. We got you.
Hey.
Okay, well, we caught a break with the weather. A lot of games got moved yesterday, Jim, but it looks like it's going to cooperate tonight. And, of course, Appalachian and Donahoe
Yeah, that one's going. That one should be starting up here in just about another 20 minutes or so.
Yep.
Over at Letts Field, and it's for outright second place, I think, in the region. So, who you got, Coach?
I think I'm going to take Donahoe in this game. I believe they're playing well, and I think they're going to take care of business at home.
He didn't change his mind from last night, did he, Greg?
No, he did not. And I'm still with him too, Jim. I don't think Appalachian improved by 49-plus points from last year, so I like Donahoe to win it tonight.
Yeah, I like Donahoe, the Falcons, to advance and host in the first round as well. Let's take a look at this one and see if Coach has changed his mind and talked to his buddy today.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't had a chance to talk to him today. I usually leave him alone on game day unless it's something big, but I still think he has the capability to go down there and upset Handley, but I still feel like Handley has home field advantage, and he got that working against him.
Jim, his buddy might not have talked to him today since he picked against him.
And his buddy might not talk to him for a couple of weeks. I'm still staying with the Talladega Tigers. I like Talladega to go to Handley and get the upset tonight and make some more school history.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with my pick from last night. I like Talladega to go down and pull off the upset tonight and host a playoff game, as you see there on the screen for the first time, as you said, Jim, in the history of the Tigers. That would be an outstanding accomplishment. So we'll continue on with our big ones. Of course, last night, this was a big one. Center Point was at Central Clay County last night. Second place in the region was at stake. And Center Point led for a good portion of that game before Central Clay County came on late to win it, 19-12. And that one was a tough one.
Well, it sure was. I mean, those are two great teams, but, you know, as I mentioned last night, I just think Central Clay County, they're just hard to beat at home. And I think the home field may have played an important role in them winning that game.
Yeah, I think there was a coach named Horn that had something to do with it as well. Central Clay County now, they're number 2 in the region, Grady, and they will host in round 1.
Yeah, they're really in the same position, Jim, they were in, I think, last year. Finished second in the region, and they'll get a home playoff game, and we'll see if they can put together the same kind of run that they put together in last year's postseason that led all the way to a state championship. Of course, this one played last night as well. The Jacksonville Golden Eagles continued their strong play as they take down Hoax Bluff last night. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was it 35-14, I think was the final last night. And, Ron Wiggins and company just look like they've got a tremendous head of steam headed toward the playoffs this year.
Absolutely. They looked awfully good last night. Hoax Bluff has a tough trip in round 1, Grady. I think they have to go over and play, I believe it's number 4 Northport.
Well, that's a tough draw, but guys, I seem to remember them last year riding up to North Jackson in the second round and putting a whooping on a team that had a great season. Of course, Hoax Bluff has not quite had the season this year that they had last year.
All right, you're talking about a different Hoax Bluff team this year, and I mean, it's no discredit to Coach Robinson. It's just, you know, he just don't have the talent level that he had last year. But however, they'll still be well coached.
How about the outcome of this one last night, guys? Our buddy Keith Etheridge gets it done. First year at Oxford, he's region champs, Coach. That's pretty good.
Absolutely, that's what you look for. I mean, you can come in and get that momentum going, and that's something to ride on for the next 2 or 3 years. But, you know, I told you Gardendale was kind of a tricky team, you know, and it started out tough road for Oxford, but they did what they needed to do.
Yeah, you know, they led for a good portion of that first half, and then Oxford poured it on in the second half and shut them down after Gardendale had led 14-7. Oxford goes ahead and wins 31-14. So a good night at home for the Yellow Jackets, and hopefully good things for them to come in the postseason, Jim.
Yeah, I think so, Grady, and I talked to Coach Etheridge earlier this afternoon, and right now the way the brackets are laid out, if all the teams from his region continue to win through the first 2 rounds, Oxford gets 4 playoff games at home. How about that, Coach Eddie?
Hey, I love it. I would love to be in that shape. So, you know, just keep your fingers crossed, and I know Coach Etheridge, that he wants that to work out that way, you know, but it's something about playing at home in front of your home crowd and not having to change your routine so much.
Yeah, I think the good thing is if it comes to that, they'll get Clay Chalkville again at Oxford with another crack at them, and, of course, that rematch with Pinson Valley that everybody's talking about. That would be in the semifinals.
And hopefully they will be at full strength when they get those. All right, here is a winner-take-all game tonight. Munford is at Sylacauga. The winner of this one is in the postseason. The loser goes home home and breaks out the basketballs. Munford will be the 4th seed. If they upset Sylacauga tonight, the Aggies would come home in 3rd in that region and get a date with Alexandria in the first round if they're able to beat the Munford Lions. It's at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga, and I think you had the Aggies last night, Coach.
Yep, I sure did. I think Sylacauga just, in playing them for about 6 years, I think they're just going to be tough to beat at home. Munford has a great team, but I just think Sylacauga may be a little too strong for them at home.
And Jim, did you pick the upset last night?
I did. I picked the Lions, and I hadn't changed my mind.
I like your Munford over there, and I think I picked the Aggies over at home. If it was in Munford, I would be more prone to think maybe Munford wins it, but being over there, I kind of like Sylacauga to win it on their home field.
We'd like to say thanks to Jax and Coach.
And, of course, last night, Pleasant Valley, Randolph County, we mentioned that in the opening. The Tigers, no problem with the Raiders from Pleasant Valley as they take them down. I think the final last night, was it 37-14? I think I saw that. So Randolph County is second in this region.
Yeah, I think it ended up 40-14, Brady.
40-14, okay. So that secured the second place for the Randolph County Tigers. Piedmont wins the region outright, and Wellborn will finish 3rd based off of that game last night. And, of course, tonight, what a game. I know the region's not at stake, but there's so much more that is at stake here tonight for these two teams getting together. You're talking about the number 1 team in the state, the perennial powerhouse in the Piedmont Bulldogs, and you're talking about the 8-1 Wellborn Panthers. The only game they lost, we saw that a couple of weeks ago, to a very good Randolph County team. This has the makings of a championship-type game.
Right, and they only lost that game on a late field goal, you have to remember. So, Wellborn, the only way for Wellborn to go is up, and they're playing the best team, the best program right now in 3A football. And, I think that can create a little momentum and a little energy for them, So just, we'll see if Wellborn up to the task tonight.
Yeah, and for Piedmont, you come in here and you just want to keep the ship, you want to keep the momentum rolling with the ship. They have sailed through the regular season. They're undefeated, number 1 in the state, and look poised to make another run back to Auburn for the Super 7 once again this year. Things keep going, and we saw them early in the season, and they have not disappointed.
And you don't want them to take the attitude that, this game doesn't mean anything, so we don't have to play hard in the game.
No, not going to happen. Let's take a look at some of the keys to the game tonight. Of course, a nasty night for football, probably going to mean the running game needs to be good, and you've got to hold on to the football, Coach. You can't, especially on the Wellborn side, you just can't turn the ball over.
Well, it's called wet football practice. This on games like this the night before, the day before, I would use some old balls and wet them up, and we practice with wet footballs just like we're going to play the game.
And let me go ahead and answer that second question there. That would be a resounding yes. Piedmont only knows how to go that one speed, and that's full speed ahead with the Bulldogs. So they will give it their all tonight to try to win this football game. I have no doubt about that. And, of course, win, lose, or draw, neither team has anything to gain tonight. Pride, well, I think it's going to come down to who wants it the most and, of course, who executes the best.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to continue here from Wellborn High School. We'll go ahead and grab another timeout, then we're coming on back and continue the Serpro Countdown to Kickoff. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions.
Whatever happens, we'll be there with you and your community every step of the way in your journey back. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Diabetics understand all too well the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can immediately reduce your pain. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. So get all state. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
PCA Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont, serving the cities of Piedmont, Center, Hoax Bluff, Jacksonville, Collinsville, Gadsden, Anniston, Cave Springs, and Oxford.
In a world that's ever-changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a four-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
We welcome you back to the FNN Game of the Week presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions. As we continue the countdown to kickoff, of course, our countdown to kickoff show presented by ServPro of Anniston, Gadsden, and Marshall County. They are the Chris Lamy Group. ServPro like it never even happened. Of course, we are glad to have you listening in here as we've got a little visitor in the press box, and Eddie's trying to remove it peacefully as we've got a pretty good-sized wasp that's come in to visit tonight and getting out of the cool air. Of course, we mentioned the weather a little bit ago, and it is going to be a nice night for football. It looks like I think the rain has vacated, so that we're going to be okay on that front. Of course, Coach, now a lot of rain today. The field is going to be wet, and there's no doubt about that. So who does that affect the most tonight?
Well, it affects the speed. Most of the time you have teams, I've even known some coaches that are guilty of actually wetting the field. Now, they wouldn't admit that, but it generally, you can't make the cuts and the quick stops that you want to make, so you have to do a lot of straight line running, and you become very predictable, and it's the team that executes the best is the one that usually wins.
Wellborn captains have made their way out on the field. They are number 31, Logan Hill. Number 70 tonight for the Panthers is Keegan Pritchett. Number 63 tonight is Dylan Gilbert, and number 61 for the Panthers is Dalton Gilbert. Those are your 4 captains tonight for the Wellborn Panthers here tonight And, of course, Piedmont, we're awaiting them to come out for that, and we'll have the opening coin toss coming up here in just a few minutes. I think for Wellborn, they kind of like the prospects of running the football, Coach. They like the power football game. Can throw it when they have to, but they much prefer to run. So you got to think a wet track, is to their advantage in terms of being able to try to run straight ahead with power football.
Absolutely, and that's the style that they play. Coach Smith don't do a lot of trickery, and he's not going to try to run a lot of gadget plays. He's going to run it straight at you, and he going to put a man on a man, a hat on a hat. So this right down his alley.
So tonight for the Piedmont Bulldogs, Brant Dearman, number 1, is the captain. Also number 53 out there, Bryson Ingram. Number 33 for the Bulldogs is Sean Smith, and number 2 tonight, Jakari Foster for the Piedmont Bulldogs. Your captains tonight. And we're just about ready to get those sets of captains walked out to the middle of the field. Our head official tonight will be Alan Gilbert. And, of course, we've had Alan in a number of games before, and a very good official, so we'll have a strong crew here tonight officiating this one, Coach.
Absolutely. Veteran crew, and I'm sure they pretty much assigned the best for this game, seeing how important it is to each coach, even though it would typically have region ramifications, but, the coaches want the best possible game called,
Captains tonight, number 1.
So for Wellborn, they take the loss a couple of weeks ago. How much does that affect the team when you lose one here at home by that close of a margin, losing in heartbreaking fashion on a field goal at the end of the game? It looked like maybe they were a little flat last week early, but then bounced back strong at the end of that game over Pleasant Valley.
Well, it makes you think about it a little bit. You be a little bit down. Sometimes you have a little hangover from the previous game. But the thing about it is if you want to pretty much make a playoff run, you got to forget about it, and you got to come into the next game and try to do what you can. And I think they're probably over it by now. Even though they played Pleasant Valley, I think they may have felt like they could beat them. And, they were looking forward to this game tonight,
And, of course, for Piedmont, as Jim and I have often talked about, you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. Well, that's the man in blue and white when it comes to 3A football. There's no doubt about that. And we mentioned earlier seeing them early against Pleasant Valley, and at that time there was a lot of talk about Piedmont, kind of in a little bit of a rebuilding mode this year and that type of thing, and that just hasn't been the case. It's again another outstanding year as Coach Steve Smith has put together this program, and all they do is win.
That's it. And on paper, they were rebuilding, but on the field, it was a different story, and it just didn't look like a rebuilding team, and that's a good problem to have.
There's no doubt about that, as now we see Alan Gilbert has made his way out to midfield, so we're just about ready to walk the captains out and go ahead and have our opening coin toss tonight. And all right, I'm going to ask you for a prediction. Whichever team wins the coin toss, I think they go defense or offense, Coach?
I think they're going defense tonight.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Simply because of the weather conditions. I know I would, because again, you don't want something disastrous to happen. Now, I could be wrong, but, if it was me choosing, I would play defense first, because defense don't form the football.
And they can't set you up for good field position. All right, we're about ready to get out there. They'll have the captains shake hands here at midfield, and then we will turn it over to Alan Gilbert tonight for tonight's coin toss. And let's get you down to midfield and join head official Alan Gilbert.
Alan Gilbert.
Sir.
What's your name?
Ingram.
Ingram? All right, Alan Gilbert.
Sean Smith.
Right there. What's your name?
Right there.
Right there. Alan Gilbert. Mr. Foster, how you doing? Okay, gentlemen, tonight we have a guest coin tosser. This is Mr. Keith Screws. He's from the class of '84 here at Wellborn High School, and is here for the alumni weekend. So he's going to be tossing our coin for us, all right? So I'm going to tell you how we're going to proceed with this. If he drops this coin, then we're going to do it all over, okay? So he's going to do his best to try to catch it. So, but if he drops it, we're going to do it all over again, all right? So Piedmont, you're the visiting team. What do you want to call?
Heads.
You want to call heads, okay? So that's your winning side. That's your winning side. And tails, that would be your winning side, okay? So once again, if he drops this, we're going to do it all over again. Now, what did he call?
Heads.
He called heads. Mr. Screws?
All right, fellas, here we go.
Okay, so what's our... Okay, heads it is. So you win the coin toss. What? You want to defer until the second half? Okay. So the white side is going to defer until the second half.
Piedmont wins the toss.
Okay, so you stay here with me, Mr. Screws. Okay, so you want to take the ball, I assume. Which goal line do you want to defend?
Back to the
Okay, so you want them coming this direction, is that correct? All right, put your back to your goal line. Put your back to your goal line. Mr. Screws, you can stay with me.
All right.
So we're going to step up here right here and tell about what we're about to do. Okay, so the black side is going to receive. All right, guys, that's it. Let's have a good ball game. Mr. Screws is so nice.
There you have it. That's Alan Gilbert, and he did an outstanding job with that, didn't he, Coach?
Absolutely. Very thorough.
Yes, he was. Veteran official, and we have a good crew here tonight, so I know they'll do an outstanding job, and I am looking forward to a really physical, hard-hitting football game with two teams laying it all out. I think we're going to have a great game tonight.
Right. I think somebody will get up in the morning with some bumps and bruises.
And you got rid of the wasp, right?
Absolutely. My little friend, I escorted him out the window.
Out the window he went. All right. Well, we're just about set. You can hear the crowd, and let me tell you, a huge crowd here on hand tonight. I park normally over just right next to the gym, and last time I was here, I got front row. Tonight, I was on the back row and found one of the last few parking spaces in that parking lot. So the crowd was here early. They are pumped up, they are fired up, and they are ready to watch their Panthers play. And, of course, across the way over there, a big crowd, as always, coming down from just up the road in Piedmont to support the Bulldogs. They travel well, and it's going to be an exciting playoff-like atmosphere tonight here on the Hill. And we want to thank ServPro, of course, the ServPro groups of Anderson, Gaston, and Marshall County. That's the Chris Lamey group for presenting the countdown to kickoff tonight. ServPro, like it never even happened. All right, it's time to play a little football. Excited tonight for the FNN High School Game of the Week. It is presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions. They're a leader in enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services in Alabama. With over 25 years of experience, Weiss is committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. To learn more about available products and services, visit the Weiss website. That is weissenviro.com. All right, here are the Panthers. They're ready to go, and they will draw back deep. You know, your Calvin Spinks, a very, very speedy return man who will go back and stand back inside his own 10-yard line. And so the Bulldogs will certainly have to be aware of Spinks back there. It'll be interesting to see if they choose to kick it deep or whether they will choose to go short with their kickoff tonight. A lot of times in high school football nowadays we see it kicked short. Bryce Mohan will be the kicker for the Bulldogs.
So that's becoming the trend. The sky kick it. Trust your defense.
The bands are playing. The crowd is on their feet, and the excitement, you can feel it in the air here tonight on the Hill, one of the great venues for high school football. I say that every time we come to a game here. That's because that is the fact. It is a fantastic place for high school football. Mohan will move on the ball, and we are underway. It is going to be the squib variety, and it will be fielded by one of the upbacks for the Wellborn Panthers. Going to come straight up the middle of the field. Big return for the Panthers. Mohan gets a hand on him, doesn't hit him, but he gets tripped up across midfield into the 45-yard line. That is Bryson Heath on the return. And we'll take a look at our first replay of the night.
Yeah, just an excellent return. He just got a nice wedge up the middle, and he just popped it up the middle, and one play away from scoring a touchdown.
Zakari Foster makes the tackle, saves the touchdown, but Wellborn in business, 1st and 10 at the Piedmont 45-yard line. Jet Smith will lead him up to the line of scrimmage. Outstanding quarterback for the Bulldogs. He'll have Spinks and Kentrez Hunt in the backfield in a split look for the Wellborn Panthers. Twins over to the left side, and Piedmont comes across the line. And we'll see if they were drawn off or if it was an offsides. It looks like encroachment.
Absolutely. He came across. I think he knew he was guilty.
Offsides, Piedmont.
And there you see Alan Gilbert signaling indeed that is the case. So Piedmont commits the first penalty of the ball game, and it'll be a short first down situation for the Panthers. 1st and 10 now down at the Piedmont 40-yard line. Smith with Hunt and Spinks in the backfield. Single wide out this time. Will split out wide to the left side. That is Evan Beatles. Now you'll swing over and do the unbalanced line over to the left side, and they're going to run left. And that's going to be Spinks. Finds a nice hole, cuts it up and down near the 35-yard line before he is taken down. On the tackle that time for the Bulldogs is Sean Young.
Just another great run. A hat on a hat. And
you know, they shifted over, put the unbalanced strength to the left side, ran it left, and have the both backs set up over on the right side. And it's a play you'll see a lot out of the Wellborn Panthers.
Absolutely. Coach Smith loved unbalanced formation.
So Smith will bring them back up again. Hunt and Spinks in the backfield. Nobody split wide this time for the Panthers, and they're going to go off to the other side of the line and nothing doing this time as they try that right side. And big number 53 in there for the Bulldogs. Bryson Ingram makes the stop, so no gain. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, just a quick hitter right there. He tried to run a little dive off the strong side. Double tight ends there, and just tried to run a little quick dive off the left side.
Well, they will give a yard in terms of forward progress, so make it second down and 9 now from the Bulldog 34-yard line. Smith again under center. Unbalanced side is the left side. This time he's going to run that way. Smith calls his own number. Breaks the first tackle, can't break the second one. He is forced out of bounds over here on the near side by Brant Dearman. So it will be third and long for the Wellborn Panthers. Call it third down and 6 coming up here for the Panthers on their opening drive of the football game. 10:42 to go in their first quarter. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play. How important is it for them to get something out of this drive with such good starting field position, Coach?
Well, it's extremely important. You want to try to make sure that you keep the chains moving right there.
First pass of the game, and on his back, making the catch. That is Tanner McQueen for the Panthers as Smith throws it down, and McQueen lost his balance, goes down and makes a great catch as we'll look at the replay.
Just a great call. I think it's 2 down territory, and Piedmont loaded the box, and cornerback came up, and Smith just makes a great throw out there, and the receiver made an excellent catch on his back. Yeah,
that was an outstanding catch by McQueen, so it'll be first and 10 now for the Panthers. They're in the red zone at the 16-yard line of the Bulldogs. Here's Smith with Hunt and Spinks in the backfield. Split set, nobody wide. Give it to Hunt, running to the left side, finds a hole. Hunt, burst through, touchdown, Wellborn. They draw first blood.
Absolutely, unbalanced again, unbalanced with a wing back. And just a hat on a hat and let him find his hole.
So the Panthers drive at 45 yards. We'll look at the touchdown play another time.
Well, you see the 4 guys with a wing back right there, and they get a hat on a hat, block the cornerback right there, and safety just doesn't have time to get there and make a play.
I know that was a great way to start the football game, Coach. You get the ball first and you get a great return, and then you drive at 45 yards and cash in on the benefit of that return.
Well, Weber made a statement there.
Brandon Morales-Ramirez on to attempt that extra point. There it is, and that is good. Wellborn leads it 7-0. We'll grab a timeout. We're coming back. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Welcome back here to the Hill in Wellborn, where the Panthers break on top early in this one, 7-0 over the Piedmont Bulldogs. I want to thank our first quarter sponsor tonight of the ball game. It is the Pool Doctor. With summer gone, now's the time to winterize your pool and make any necessary repairs or upgrades. Visit the Pool Doctor on McClellan in Anniston or in Piedmont. And remember, the Pool Doctor is the place to get your big green egg. All right, Wellborn. Only a little less than 2 minutes. I don't know that I've ever seen a Wellborn drive take less than 2 minutes, but it's only a minute and 53 seconds to go the distance there.
I was about to say that's not your typical drive. They only threw one pass. Of course, it stopped with out of bounds and a couple of first downs, but typically Wellborn put together 6, 7, 8 minute drive.
Morales will kick it off, and he will kick it deep. And drifting back to take that one's going to be Jakari Foster for the Bulldogs. He is back out now, looking for a hole over on the left side. Gets out across the 30, after about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line, taken down there by Chase Carroll.
Well, I don't think there's any question whether Wellborn came to play tonight.
They are fired up and ready to play, no doubt about it. Of course, one thing we didn't really talk about with Piedmont now, they lost Ethan Swinford a few weeks back, their outstanding running back. So it'll be interesting to see how much of the load that Hayes will carry. Of course, we're talking about Jackson Hayes. He is the starting quarterback, 5'11" to 185 pounds. He is a freshman back there calling the signals. Twins to either side for the Bulldogs. They will spread it out. Hayes going to take it. He is going to hand it off, looking for running room off that left side. And we'll find a decent amount out across the 35 out near the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Up on the stop that time for the Wellborn Panthers. That is number 45 getting up off the pile, and that's Keontae Curry. Take a look at your starting lineups right now for the Piedmont Bulldogs offensively there. And you'll see Jack Hayes is going to be your starting quarterback. And, of course, Elijah Johnson stepping in at the running back position to have that carry just a moment ago. Johnson in the backfield alongside Hayes right now. Twins to either side for the Bulldogs. Second down. Fired out in the flat. Got his man. Makes one man miss. And will be up near first down yardage. Will Max Hansen, who makes the catch. He is taken down across the way by the Wellborn Panthers, and I believe that is going to be Jet Smith who gets him on the ground.
Well, you're talking about Elijah. He's only 220 pounds. I think I live with that.
You think he's a pretty good one to step in? He's a junior.
Absolutely.
For the Bulldogs.
He's definitely a huge running back.
You know, Hayes makes it tough on the defense because he is that true dual threat quarterback. He can burn you with his legs. He can burn you with his arm. And I was really impressed with that young man when we saw him early in the season. First and 10 now for the Bulldogs out at their own 42-yard line. Fake it to Johnson, throw it back out of the flat, complete out across the 45, and going to be stuffed there at the 46-yard line again. It's Max Hansen on the catch, and the tackle made that time by Tequan Thomas.
And those who don't know Coach Smith, you know, I went against him several years up there in his passing camp. If he finds something that works, he'll keep running it. He'll go to the way more than once.
And has made a pretty good living doing that. That's a gain of 4 there on first down. Gets you into a second down at 6. Piedmont will continue to spread that field. Hayes in a shotgun set. Johnson will flank to his right this time. Twins to either side now for the Bulldogs. And they're going to give it to Johnson. Met right at the middle of the line. Still surges forward and gets some positive yardage out of it. But he was hit almost as soon as he took that handoff. Leading the charge there was Harley Kendall. But he gets a couple of yards, Coach. It looked like there was absolutely nothing there. It makes it now a 3rd down and 4 for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's what you get being 6'1", 220.
And strong.
That's right.
So possession down now for the Bulldogs on their opening drive of the football game. Remember, Wellborn took the opening kickoff. Great return by Bryson and took it down to the 45. A penalty moved it to the 40. And the Panthers took it the rest of the way in. Here's Hayes now out of the gun. Johnson to his right. Twins to either side. And Jackson Hayes going to call his own number. Looking to bounce it outside and spins forward. And he will have his first down. Looked like he was going to be stopped short, but managed to make a nice move and lunge forward. Pick up the first down. The stop made there by Logan Hill.
Well, Wellborn doing an excellent job stuffing the middle now, and that's trademark of Coach Smith. His teams are usually strong and it's just kind of tough to knock them around on the inside. I hadn't seen many of his teams get knocked around off the line of scrimmage.
Take a look there at your Wellborn defensive starters. Of course, Jet Smith, one of those guys who plays big in that linebacker. And, of course, you just saw Logan Hill with that last tackle. 1st and 10 now into Wellborn Panther territory. The Bulldogs, they're going to air it out. Jackson Hayes looking deep. He's got a man. It's caught, and he's in. A touchdown. Piedmont as they answer the Wellborn touchdown just like that. Austin Estes.
Well, if you look at cornerback just went to sleep on that side, and he let him get about 3-yard steps on him, and Hayes just put it in the right place, caught it over his shoulders. Perfect execution.
Perfect throw by Jackson Hayes. I told you he could burn you with his legs or with his arm, and he showed off that arm strength right there. So it'll be Mohan on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Max Hansen, try to tie this one up with 6:51 to go here in the opening quarter, and now we're going to get a whistle and a flag. And we'll get our second penalty flag here in the first quarter.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense, half the distance of the goal line.
So Wellborn must have lined up offsides.
Okay, encroachment. You'll take it? They'll take it, Sean. They'll take it.
So a little indecision there, Coach, as to whether to take that penalty.
Well, knowing Coach Smith now, and I think I know him pretty well, going against him. Once they got, half the distance to the goal, he's going to go for 2.
Yeah.
Try to get ahead.
Yeah,
right. He feel like he can get, a yard and a half.
I like the way he thinks.
Right. Ball on the.
Ball on what about the 2-yard line, 1.5 line, something like that? So.
Absolutely. Well, it's on the 3-yard line, the snap for the kick. So it's about 1.5 yards. So he feel like he can get that.
So here are the Bulldogs coming out to go for 2 and try to take the lead in this ball game. Hayes this time will have Jakari Foster in the backfield alongside. Motion coming across. And it's going to be Hayes going right in the crease. And he is stacked up. But hey, does he get in? Hadn't had a signal. Yes, he's in. And the Bulldogs will lead this one 8-7 here as we are headed toward a timeout. Before we go, let's make sure there's some discussion down there amongst the officials. One official signaled good, and then the other one came in. It is indeed good. So the Bulldogs lead it 8-7. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Services.
At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. iCare Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
Welcome back to the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions. Exciting start to this one. Wellborn draws first blood. They lead at 7-0, and then Piedmont comes roaring back. The big touchdown pass from Jackson Hayes to Austin Estes, 47 yards, and the 2-point conversion good as Mohan will kick it high and short this time, and the fair catch is going to be called for and made up at the Wellborn 34-yard line. Making that fair catch was Logan Hill, so the Panthers will have a little bit of a longer field this time as they now trail for the first time in the game.
Absolutely, and where Coach Smith learned from that first kickoff, so he definitely wasn't kicking at the Spinks of Bryson Heath again.
So the Panthers, though, decent starting field position, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line, so they will try to answer the Piedmont score as the Bulldogs moved it right down the field and took the lead on that 2-point conversion. Twins left this time for the Panthers. A gun look for Jet Smith. He's going to run it up the middle. He's going to be hit immediately, and he might have got a yard, and that would be all, though, if that. Big hit made there in the middle of the field by number 33, Sean Smith. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. I don't think he got anything on that one.
Absolutely. They ran weak side that time. They have tight end at the top and with a wing back, and they ran quarterback draw to the weak side.
Hunt in the backfield along with Spinks behind Smith, and they're going to do the double reverse, and coming out of that is the Panthers, and he's in the clear down inside the 40. Going to have to be caught and dropped outside of the 20-yard line. Tequan Thomas with a big run for the Wellborn Panthers.
And Grady looked like he was jogging on that play. If you look up, once he got through the initial hold, I thought he was going to score right there. And it looked like he turned on the afterburners. He let the cornerback come from out the other side of the field and catch him.
Yeah, Jakari Foster runs him down and knocks him out at the 20-yard line, but the Wellborn into the red zone for their 2nd time in 2 possessions tonight. 1st and 10 now at the 20.
I think I could have scored that one, Grady.
Once he kind of broke containment there was just nobody else there. I'm like you, Coach. I thought he might have taken it to the house. So here's going to be the fake to Spinks. Smith will keep it inside, and he'll have a short gain down to about the 17-yard line, and that's going to be it. Once again, I believe Sean Smith is in there to lead the tackle there for the Piedmont Bulldogs. First quarter action tonight. It is presented by the Pool Doctor. With summer gone, now's the time to winterize your pool and make any necessary repairs or upgrades. Visit the Pool Doctor on McClellan and Addison or in Piedmont. And remember, the Pool Doctor is the place to get your big green egg. 2nd down and 7 now for the Panthers down at the Bulldogs 17-yard line. Split backfield set. Give it off up the middle this time. And they're going and running tough in there for Kentrez Hunt's going to be down near the 15, maybe the 14. That's going to be it. As that interior of that Bulldog defense is playing mighty tough. It looked like big number 65 in there was on there leading the charge. Jaden Cantrell from that nose guard position. Coach, he's hard to move out.
Well, you got a war in the trenches, great. I can tell you that right now. Those guys are battling. Piedmont has got 3 big guys in the inside, and Wellborn is not backing down, They're not backing down, so it's a matter of who wins the one-on-one.
3rd and 5 right now for the Panthers. Are we in 2-down territory, or would you take the field goal here and take the lead if you don't get the first down? Full house set. Hand it off. Trying to cut it back up. Breaks one tackle is Spinks, and he's not going to break the second one. Getting him around the ankles and wrapping him up there for the Bulldogs was number 14, and that's Landon Smart. And now it's decision time for Coach Jeff Smith.
Absolutely, and we're fixing to find out in a hurry.
Clock runs with 4:34 to go in the opening quarter, and it looks like the Panthers are going to go for it. They're going to mark that ball just inside the 13, make that the 13-yard line. So call it 4th down and 3 right now for the Panthers.
You're unbalanced at the top, Grady.
They try to draw them off sides, and I think they did. Just went with the hard count.
Right.
And they'll get the defense to come across the line. So Al Gilbert signals it. Offsides against the Bulldogs, and that will make it 1st and goal. So the second time we've seen that count get the Piedmont Bulldogs to jump. And now it's 1st and goal at the 8 for the Panthers. So Smith now will have Heath in the backfield lined up in that pistol look. A little high snap, give it to Heath. Hit as he gets the ball, and that is going to be once again Sean Smith coming in there, number 33, and making a big hit, Coach.
Where you got a little high snap there through the timing of that zone read off right there. Quarterback Smith had to jump to get the snap, and it just throws the timing off.
Give Heath a yard down to the 7, 2nd down and goal from there for the Panthers. We'll see what they'll draw up here. Would you think about trying to pass down here just to kind of get them asleep?
Coach Smith will. He's going kind of draw them in, and once he get them inside, I think Piedmont is prepared for it. He may take one shot.
Give it to Heath running wide, and nothing doing there as Piedmont just collapses on that in a hurry, and there just wasn't anywhere for Heath to go. Leading the charge once again, number 14, Landon Smart, and a host of his buddies over to help close in quickly, including Trey McFarland and others for Piedmont.
You know he like to throw the tight end pop right here too, so he may fake the play action right there and let his offensive line take a dive, and you know, it's not quite play action, but they'll cut at the line of scrimmage and he raise up and throw it over the top. So safety needs to be alert. Outside linebacker needs to be alert because he'll pop the tight end right up the seam.
Split backfield set, fake it to Hunt, rolling to his left. Smith in, touchdown, Wellborn. And the Panthers go back on top.
Well, Grady, did you see the tight end pop up just like I told you on the left side? That's a play action boot. If you watch the tight end, number 22, he went up on an out route, and that cleared everything out. They put Jet Smith on a one-on-one with the outside linebacker, and he's not going to win. That's too much speed.
So the Panthers will go for the extra point here. On to kick it and attempt it once again is Morales Ramirez. Out of the hole to Jet Smith. The snap is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Wellborn back on top. 14-8 as we'll go to a timeout. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions.
Come visit the newly remodeled DME showroom at Professional Apothecary in Talladega. You'll see medical beds, portable oxygen, easy lift chairs, walking aids including diabetic shoes and hose, a new private mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units, portable bathroom safety equipment, and CPAP users will love our new CPAP room. For friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place, you can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
The Hill is electric tonight. A great start to this football game by both teams. Wellborn just puts their second score on the board, and they lead it once again now 14-8 as the Bulldogs will now try to answer once again. They did on the opening possession. And, Coach, this is about as an exciting way to start a football game as we've seen all year.
Oh, yes, and that's what you come out for. You want to see who can get their fans into it more. You know, there's nobody at the concession stand or at the restroom.
And Ramirez does the short kick. It'll be fielded on one hop by Brody Epps, and Piedmont will have a great starting field position here out at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And it's a battle of the minds, Grady. Piedmont kicks it deep the first time. Wellborn kicks it deep the first time. The second time, Piedmont sky kick. Wellborn Swift kicked the second.
So here we go. Jackson Hayes and company will go back to work now. Johnson will be in the backfield alongside. Twins will be split out to either side here for the Bulldogs. Hayes will look over the defense. Now we'll get motion. And you're going to have the end around this time for Jakari Foster. And Foster in the backfield going to be trapped and dropped as the Wellborn Panthers had that one read all the way, and no problem diagnosing that play. Combining on the stop that time, Braden Dempsey, number 50, along with number 70, Keegan Pritchett, as you'll take a look at the replay.
Well, that play was just blown up from the beginning. Defensive lineman got good penetration on the inside, and play just blown up right there.
Monte Tyus got there first, number 59, and hung in there for the Panthers and really blew that play up, and that is a loss of 5 back to the 40, 2nd and 15 now for the Bulldogs.
Well, Coach Smith is not afraid to go to the air, so don't be surprised if you see something quick right here.
Trips to the right side, single wide out is to the left for Jackson Hayes. He's going to drop straight back, looking, and he's got time down the middle of the field, and incomplete as he was trying to catch his receiver. That's number 8, Silas Thompson, coming across the middle of the field.
Right,
and trips to the right side, single wide out is to the left for Jackson Hayes. He's going to drop straight back. So there was a look at that one with him. An incomplete pass, a minute 48 here in the first quarter. Now Piedmont, 3rd and 15, as they try to keep the drive alive right now. One thing about it, though, Coach, Piedmont is built to be able to pick up, 2nd and 3rd and long.
Absolutely, and they never panic. I mean, it's no big deal. Even if they have to punt the football, hey, we've been down 15-0, no sweat.
Hayes will drop back. Got pressure coming off the left side, going to dump it off in the flat and go into the ground immediately after the catch was his receiver, and I think that's Silas Thompson who makes it, and that's going to be 4th down and long. So the Bulldogs will indeed have to kick it away. Mohan will trot out there for our first punt of the game. And dropping back deep for the Panthers, it'll be Calvin Spinks. So defensive stop. That's the first one of the first quarter.
First one. And if you watch body language, Grady, you look at Wellborn, they kind of jumping around a little bit, and Piedmont is kind of even keel and, no panic. So, that's going to be interesting to watch that toward the end of the game.
So Mohan will stand back around his own 32-yard line, hit it at about the 35, shanks it. Just an out-and-out shank, and it's going to take a big Wellborn roll. And it's going to be down inside the Piedmont 45 at the 44-yard line. And it's all going Wellborn's way right now.
Right, he just shanked it off the side of his foot. Probably took his eyes off it. He had tremendous pressure on the.
And now the ball was not blown dead. There goes Jet Smith. He's in the end zone. Is that a touchdown? It is. The ball was never blown dead. Coach, it was never touched, and Wellborn leads it. I have never seen anything like that. The officials are going to talk about it.
Well, and if that be the case, the defense is always taught to pick the football up. The punt team is always taught to pick the football up and hand it to the official.
Hopefully we could get a look at maybe at that on replay if we have it, because everybody was kind of standing around talking. We were doing the same thing. And then all of a sudden Jet Smith grabs the football and takes off down the field, and if that stands, it is a 20-8 lead for Wellborn. As you see, just everybody kind of sitting there, and Smith has picked it up and has ran it in the end zone. Let's see what the officials are going to rule. And it looks like they're going to trot across, and they're going to talk to Coach Steve Smith, and also going to come here and talk to Coach Jeff Smith on the near sideline, and they say it's good. It's a touchdown for Wellborn. Wow. I've never seen anything like that, Coach.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a bizarre play. That's a fundamental mistake on Piedmont's part.
All right, so talk to me about the rule on the punt coverage. When is the ball down?
The ball is actually dead when the officials either blow it dead or typically the punt team normally downs the football or they pick it up and hand it to the official. I've always taught my team for 20 years to pick the football up, take the ruling out of the official's hand, pick it up, hand it to the official, and it's dead once you do that.
See Steve Smith, his record there up on the screen as he is talking with Alan Gilbert and the officials, and he can't be happy with that call.
Absolutely. He's probably, upset, and of course he's going to coach hard. If that be the case, he'll be the first one to agree with you and tell you that, hey, we made a mistake. But
And a lengthy discussion continues, but they have told Wellborn that it is a touchdown. And they're continuing to explain it to Coach Smith. And I was not even half paying attention because I thought the play was over.
Right. Well, you've seen 3 Piedmont guys around it, and, you was assuming that they were down the football.
Well, I don't know how often we talk about home field advantage in high school football, but as you can hear below us, this Wellborn Panther crowd is fired up, and it is loud here on the hill because, folks, we're way above the crowd here in the press box the way this stadium is designed, and, I mean, it is a jam-packed home side, and they are fired up.
Absolutely, and if you look at the Piedmont crowd, they're just all kind of sitting there stoic, just kind of in shock.
Yeah, I think they are a little bit in shock after that last play, especially given how the Panthers just kind of, and this was probably a minute or so after we thought the play was over.
Absolutely, and that's what I was telling you about one particular team coming in and even though the game doesn't mean anything, being relaxed. Because I can tell you, Coach Smith, Steve Smith, he's extremely upset,
Yeah. Handled himself, was very composed over there talking with Alan Gilbert. Now, they're still discussing this, Coach. I don't know what the discussion is at this moment. Because either way, it was going to be great field position for Wellborn, but now it certainly appears to be a touchdown, and indeed it is good, as Alan Gilbert will give us the signal. So the Wellborn Panthers lead this one 20-8 with 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, and to say this is a surprise would be putting it mildly.
Absolutely, and you can tell Jed Smith is the coach's son, too, because average.
And that attempted extra point is good. Somehow or other, he sliced it in there. 21-8, the Panthers lead it here on the hill. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week, presented by Weiss Environmental Solutions.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. So get on state. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
PCA Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont, serving the cities of Piedmont, Center, Hoax Bluff, Jacksonville, Collinsville, Gadsden, Anniston, Cave Springs, and Oxford.
Well, to say it's been an exciting start to this one would be an understatement here on the hill. The Wellborn Panthers now out 21-8 over Piedmont on the strangest, or one of the strangest plays I've ever seen. The punt from Mohan was kind of a shank. It rolls dead, or was rolling dead over here inside the 45-yard line. Everybody's just kind of standing around. We're talking about the punt in the starting field position for Wellborn, and all of a sudden Jet Smith scoops it up and takes it the distance. It counts, and the Panthers lead it 21-8.
Absolutely. And, of course, this will be a topic of discussion, I guarantee you, because Coach Steve Smith is going to stay in their ear the rest of this half, I guarantee you.
Yeah, he will definitely be doing that. We'll see how the Bulldogs now can bounce back. And, again, they've been down before, and they've been down on the road, and they're a team that just doesn't lose their composure. So don't think that this thing is even remotely close to being anywhere over. It's a high end-over-end kickoff. Jagari Foster's going to take it at about the 21 for the Bulldogs, trying to get over to the wall. And he's got some blocking over on the far side, but a good open field tackle from behind by the Wellborn Panthers. And I believe that's going to be Kentrez. That's going to be Spinks. Calvin Spinks up to make the tackle, playing special teams.
Well, Wellborn almost got out of their lanes on that play. I'm going to kind of watch this as we go on down in the game. But that coverage, Calvin made an athletic play, but that wasn't very good coverage on the kickoff.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs now out at the 32-yard line. They will go trips to the left, to the right. It'll be single wide out over to the left side this time for Piedmont. Hayes has Johnson in the backfield, going to give it to the big fella. Hit as he gets the ball, and then he's going to be stacked up and stopped for a short gain. First man there laying on the ground around his ankles was Keontae Curry, and then a couple of hits applied on the upper half there as well. It'll bring up 2nd and long now for the Bulldogs. And they're going to mark it about a yard gain. Call it second down and 9 now with 8 seconds to go. Probably the final play of what has been an electric first quarter and a good one for the Wellborn Panthers. They lead this one at the end of one, 21-8 here on the Hill. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Welcome back here to the Hill on Wellborn High School as we get set for the second quarter. Panthers up comfortably right now. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions. And we're about ready to roll. Piedmont will have a second down and 9. Ball down inside their own 35 at about the 34-yard line. Here's Jackson Hayes out of the gun. He's going to call his own number, going to run it to the right side. Hayes going to be hit by Jet Smith and dropped. Gets 2, maybe 3 yards, and it'll be third down and long coming up now for the Bulldogs.
Aaron Hayes on the carry.
Well, Smith is just such a good pursuer out of that linebacker position. Smart, heady football player.
Well, great, and something about this group of guys from Wellborn out here. They've been playing together so long. I mean, it's almost like a rec league game. When you play rec league ball with guys, you get to know them so well, and there's certain plays you can make, that simulates red league ball, and then some things you have to make on the high school level. And Jet Smith just, he's just a super athlete.
3rd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Hayes out of the gun, going to drop back, looks to put it in the air, got some pressure up the middle, fires it out on the flat, and that is complete. And over on the far side, that is completed out there to number 9, Austin Estes, who caught the touchdown pass earlier, and that will move the chains for the Bulldogs. And that's a big first down, Coach.
Absolutely. Just a great play. He knew where the sticks were, and he got behind the sticks and just made a great catch. Toe tap. Gave us a little NFL toe tap and stepped out of bounds.
1st and 10 now. Bulldogs out at their own 44-yard line. They'll go trips left this time. Single wide out is to the right side. Johnson alongside in the backfield for Jackson Hayes, and now the officials want to talk about something. And now just a quick conversation, and now perhaps we're ready to go back to it. Might have been a clock issue there. Now it all appears to be good. So they'll wind it. Nope, not wind it. Okay. I thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah, right.
All right, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Here's Hayes dropping straight back. Pressure coming, steps up out of it, throws it down the field, and overthrows everybody. Was thinking about Silas Thompson out there, but looked like he kind of stopped, and I think Hayes might have expected him to continue the route.
He did, and then I think Hayes also may have thought about running that. They won't take a shot down the field on first down, but I think when he stepped up, a small quarterback, he going to give his receiver a chance before he run it, but, that may have been a situation where he probably need to pull it down and just go on and run it.
Thanks to Wise Environmental Solutions, a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services industry in Alabama, for presenting tonight's game. They have over 25 years of experience. Wise is committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. To learn more about their available products and services, visit them online, wiseenviro.com. Here's Hayes going to call his own number off the right side. He's got some room. Jackson Hayes runs into his own guy and then is tackled right at the first down marker over there by Calvin Spinks, and I think he'll move the chains again. Lost his helmet, so he'll have to come out for a play for the Bulldogs.
Right, and, they unfortunate there, just helmet looked a little bit loose. It's just unfortunate right there. Play good, clean tackle and good hard run by Hayes. I'd be over there strapping that helmet on a little bit tighter.
Yep, so in to play quarterback right now for the Bulldogs is Brant Dearman, number 1. Johnson alongside. They'll go trips left, single wide out, hand it off to Johnson. Looking to break it out. He's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Powers forward to get a yard or so, and that's going to be it before he is finished off there. He was hit quickly, and then Jet Smith in to wrap him up. But first hit there was number 31. That's Logan Hill for the Panthers.
We asked that big back, you know.
Now Hayes right back on the field after one play off. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for his Bulldogs now, just inside the Panther 45-yard line. Spreading the field again. Shotgun look for Hayes. Johnson alongside. Again, that trips left look with a single wide out over to the far sideline. And Hayes going to fake it to Johnson, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. Squirts out of there for maybe a yard, but another good open field tackle there for the Wellborn Panthers. That time, Keontae Curry on the stop.
And Grady, you know that's amazing to have a freshman as a quarterback and his backup is a senior. It's normally in reverse order, but
yeah, Jackson Hayes is a special athlete. Though.
Absolutely. I mean, that's got to be something to have a freshman there that had the poise and running it like he's running it.
3rd and long now for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 9. Hayes will look over the defense. Now he's going to run it himself. Hayes right up the middle. Jackson Hayes dives forward. Should have a first down, I believe, for the Bulldogs as he slips out of that tackle by Logan Hill, who was a little shaken up after that play. For the Panthers, goes down to one knee. And they're going to mark it down and say he is just short, I think, for the needed yardage. Hill will make his way off the field.
Look like he's favoring his shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, might have got a little stinger or something there. Walks off under his own power. And the officials have spotted it down and say it is 4th down and looks like maybe a half yard, Coach.
Right, on the field it looks like about a half. Yeah, actually it looks closer than that on the field.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? They've got it marked over there closer to the 32.
Right.
Maybe it's just our angle. It looks like it's almost to the 31 from here. No change there for Piedmont. They will spread it and run out of the gun. Hayes and Johnson in the backfield.
I think you'll see Hayes.
Yeah, and there he goes, and he spins out of a tackle, and he's going to have his first down, but not by a lot. He was hit immediately when he took that ball and hit it up the field by Kentrez Hunt, but he does get the first down, so the Bulldogs keep the drive alive. Second quarter action tonight is brought to you by Eye Care Alabama. See Dr. Dwayne Mohan or Dr. Ryan Price for efficient and effective eye care that's close to home with locations in Piedmont, Roanoke, Heflin, and the new office in Attala. Online at alabamaeyecare.com. 1st and 10 Bulldogs now just inside the 35-yard line of the Panthers. Trying to mount a comeback here from a 21-8 deficit. Hayes going to step back. He's going to go sideline down the far sideline for Silas Thompson. He's got it. Backs it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Silas Thompson on the catch.
Oh, great. He made that look easy. That's a situation where you got Moss, right? He just went up and Spinks was in perfect position. He just about 4 inches too short.
Yep, and went up and took it away from him.
Oh, look at him. He made it look easy.
He really did.
He just bags in the end zone. I have to say he got mossed.
Got mossed. All right, it'll be Mohan on to attempt the extra point. Try to make this a 6-point Wellborn Panther lead. Snap is good. The kick is up, and that one is hooked and no good. So the score stays Wellborn 21, Piedmont 14. It is the FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
The Hill's still alive here in Wellborn, as this time the Piedmont Bulldogs drive it down the field. Another picture-perfect touchdown pass. This time Jackson Hayes to Silas Thompson. Now the high end-over-end short kick. Fair catch made at the 31-yard line by the Panthers, and that's where they will start. First down and 10 coming up as they have that 7-point lead and the football. And a smart play there to just fair catch the ball and take no chances there. That was number 12, Evan Beatles, who made the fair catch. And we look now. Hanley leads Talladega 28-7. It is Sylacauga over Munford 9-8 in that ball game as we start to take a look at some of the scores from around the area. And now Donahoe up 14-0 on Appalachian. And Wellborn looking to extend a 21-14 lead here with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. First down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 31-yard line. They'll go trips right this time. Smith going to fake it, going to call his own number, hit in the backfield, and he is going to be dropped and slammed to the ground. A big hit there applied by Bryson Ingram, the big defensive end for the Bulldogs. And now you hear the noise across the way from the Piedmont crowd.
Absolutely. They're standing on their feet now, so it's going to be that 12th man.
So first down and 10. Or rather, second down and long after that loss on first down and 10 by the Panthers. Call it second down and 13 right now for Wellborn. Smith hands it off. Nope, keeps it himself. Fakes it and pulls it and just powers his way up the middle. Jet Smith still on his feet. Got his first down. What a run by your quarterback for the Wellborn Panthers. Just lowers the shoulder and drags Piedmont Bulldogs with him. And picks up the first down. Jakari Foster making the stop that time for Piedmont.
Oh, he fooled everybody on that play, great. I mean, nobody knew where the football was, but again, that show you how tough Jet Smith is. He's a tough football player.
As you can look down at the bottom of the screen, we have got some live comments off of our social media that we're streaming down there for you. You can see a lot of folks watching the game tonight and commenting on it. See some Panther fans there, and a lot of different comments coming in, so check that out as we continue to bring you the game. First down and 10 here for the Panthers. Smith going to hand it to Hunt this time, and he is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard, if that, and that's going to be it. Stacked up right there by Sean Smith along with Malachi Jackson. Game on that play, second down and 10 now for the Panthers. Was having a hard time on the interior of that line for the most part, Coach, except for Jet Smith a moment ago.
Hey, Cantrell, Bryson Ingram, hey, those are men among men. Sean Smith.
Yeah, he's had a lot of big hits already in this one tonight. Second down and 10. Smith will go out of the gun, and he's going to hand it to Spinks. Going to reverse field, needs a block, and trying to get it loose. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, but he's going to be stacked up and dropped after some big hits in there as he got held up, and the Bulldogs, just too many of them coming too fast there. Brody Epps cleans him up. And it'll be third down now and long, but a couple of yards lost, so 3rd and 12 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Well, you got to get those, you spread those big guys out right there. The tighter the foot splits and all of that, the better off it is for them. You spread them out now. You get Spinks in open field out there, they're going to have trouble.
So third down now and 12. Call it 3rd and 12. Yeah, we're going to go with that. It's just across the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Looks like a passing down for Wellborn. We'll see what they draw up here.
So Smith is running a 52 right there, so he anticipates the run. Oh, that's a good pass.
And almost intercepted. Pump faked it, held it, and I think that allowed the defense time to close. Trey McFarland almost had the pick, as we'll take a look at that one once again on the replay.
Well, he had pressure from the left side, and he got his hands up, and so he had to pump fake it there, throw him off right there, and that kind of gave it safety time to recover, so you're absolutely right.
And almost got the pick there on the defense. That was a good play there by Trey McFarland. It will force the first punt of the night by the Wellborn Panthers. Jet Smith will drop back to do that. And Piedmont will drop a couple of guys deep. Max Hansen back there and Austin Estes back deep to return this kick. Snap is low. Smith gets it. No pressure from Piedmont. Gets an end-over-end kick that's going to hit. And it's going to be picked up on the first hop by Estes. Immediately sprints for the right side. Looking to get some blocks. Got some. Austin Estes got a block down the far sideline. Got one man to get around. And he's going to be caught and dragged down at the 20-yard line. And I think that's Jeff Smith who gets him. We have a penalty flag.
Yes, coming back. He got a block in the back up there.
So that'll be back out at the 50. So it'll be second down, and now we've got a Wellborn Panther who is down on the field here at the 45-yard line, and flags on the field. So we'll get all of this sorted through.
And they may be waving the flag off, Grady. But you definitely had a close play right there on about the 42, 43-yard line right there.
I saw one block coming back, and I didn't know if they called a blindside hit over there on the defenseless player or not. And that's going to be the injured player there is able to walk off for the Wellborn Panthers. That is number 45. That is Keontae Curry. Glad to see him up and able to come over to the near sideline.
And that's the play they're trying to take out of football also, Grady, at all levels, is that blindside block. You know, in high school they want you to lead with your hands first, you know, and you can still block the guy, but you can't do a whole lot of damage versus lowering your shoulder or definitely targeting the guy.
So they did wave off that penalty flag over there, and it's going to be great field position here for Piedmont as they'll have a chance to go in and tie this one or take a lead here. Down by 7, still plenty of time, 5 minutes to go, 5:05. And they'll have it first and 10 at the Panther 20-yard line.
Well, it may have something to do with those little conversations Coach Smith had earlier.
Late substitution for Wellborn, and now we're going to have a timeout taken by the Panthers. They want to talk about it defensively, so we'll take it as well. This is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Whatever happens, we'll be there with you and your community every step of the way in your journey back. It's a pro, like it never even happened.
Elijah Johnson tried the right side of that Wellborn defense. He was stuffed for no gain by KV Wesley. Second down and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the Panther 20-yard line. Hayes going to take it and going to run it himself, looking for running room. Hit hard as he gets across the line. That's Jet Smith flying up and there, holds it to a short gain of about 3 yards. Bring up a third down and 7 now for the Bulldogs.
Jet Smith will bring that lumber. I love it. Quarterback. And he just didn't ask that linebacker.
Yes, he
will
is.
Bring it. He will bring it.
He is a tough, physical, hard-nosed, as you said, nasty player.
That's right. I love it.
And very, very smart. Third down now for the Panthers. For the Bulldogs. 3rd and 7 from the Panthers 17-yard line. Here's Hayes. Johnson in the backfield, trips left, single wide out is Thompson over on that right side, looking that way. Now he's going to pull it down and run with it. Jackson Hayes inside the 15, the 10, and down to about the 7-yard line. First and goal coming up for the Piedmont Bulldogs. We'll take a look at that again on replay.
Well, similar qualities. Look, he drops back. As they say, he's just as cool as a cucumber in the pocket, and nothing opens up, and he just take it and runs it up the middle and lower his shoulder. Well, it look like we're a little stuck there. He drops back. There's nothing there. He drops and lowers his shoulder, and watch this. Boom, right there.
Yep.
He just lowers his shoulder and say, hey, let me introduce myself.
He's pretty physical in his own right, Jackson
Absolutely.
Hayes. First and goal now from the 7-yard line for the Bulldogs. Here's Hayes taking it, going to drop back, going to look outside. Got Tyler Thompson all alone. Easy touchdown for the Piedmont Bulldogs. They are within a point of tying this one up.
Great route, Grady. That's just a great route. He set him up on the outside. You can see he ran a post corner. And, you know, you can tell they just on the same sheet of music. Hayes just sit back there, you know, just to cool and calm and collected, and just drops it in his hand.
So now let's see if Piedmont will elect to kick it, or will they go for it here. Looks like they're going to go for two. Yep, they are going to try to reclaim the lead. Are the Bulldogs with 3:07 to go here in the second quarter. Hayes will trot back out there, and they will attempt the two-point conversion.
Well, if I could get down 21-8 and score that quickly, I believe I wouldn't be afraid to go for two myself.
And we're going to have a whistle, and I think we're going to have another timeout taken by the Panthers. Jeff Smith takes a look at that setup, and he wants to talk to his defense. We're coming back with more. It's the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
In a world that's ever-changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a four-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our three convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Welcome back here to the Hill, where the Wellborn Panthers the home crowd a little bit in stun side. Now they're up 21-8. Now Piedmont coming back out to go for two and try to take a 22-21 lead, as they have scored back-to-back touchdowns and showed the poise that we've come to expect from the Bulldog teams. Here is Hayes, and they're going to run a little bit of a different formation this time. It'll be strength over to the right side. Hayes is going to roll, throwing it back left, wide open. Sean Smith sneaks into the back out of the tight end position. He's wide open. The two-point conversion is good. Bulldogs lead it 22-21. You're on the Wise Environmental Solutions Game of the Week here on the Friday Night Network as we head to break.
At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. iCare Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
Well, the momentum has certainly swung over to the guys wearing the white jerseys here on the Hill tonight. The Piedmont Bulldogs now lead at 22-21. Home crowd has gone a bit quiet. It has been a loud atmosphere tonight, but right now the home crowd a little bit quiet, a little bit stunned. Mohan on to kick this one off as Piedmont has reclaimed the lead here on Hill in what has been a phenomenal football game so far. Everything we thought it would be and then some. Here's the short, high, end-over-end kick, and it's going to be caught and returned this time. And bouncing and now going to be hit and dropped. Jakari Foster with a great open field tackle on KB Wesley. Coach, let's go back to that two-point conversion, and why was that place so wide open?
Well, what he does is he gives you split receivers to the wide side of the field. He took the ball on the left hash, and he gives you split receivers, but he sneak a tight end down on the inside. And what he does is a semi-sprint out to that wide side of the field, and he sneaks the tight end back off the back side. And you see that play called a lot in the NFL, and everybody's doing it. It's called a throwback. It's not traditional for that quarterback to throw back across his body, but you're assuming the flow is going to go to the side where you're running that scissor route. And you also put your best receiver in the slot so they got their eyes on him. Great play call.
And it was wide open, and the two-point conversion good. Here's Jet Smith and the Panthers back to work. They're going to try to toss it right, get it to Spinks, and we're going to have a penalty flag coming in from Lambert back there as the tackle is made by Trey McFarland. And it'll be against the Wellborn Panthers.
Tackle made by number 6, Chris McFarland.
And you said something earlier, Grady, too. It's a difference between emotion and poise.
There is.
A big difference, and I think Webber may have been playing a little bit off emotion earlier, which is great. You need a little bit of emotion, but you also need to have poise.
And Piedmont has the poise with a capital P.
Absolutely.
Holding penalty there.
Holding against the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
So that was from the original line of scrimmage. So now the Panthers will be in a hole, first down and 20. And they really need to try to get something from a momentum standpoint going here, as we are now down to 2:45 to go here in the first half of the play. Run a little global reverse, break it out of there, and spun down after a fairly short game.
Right, you just want to counter it where you don't make a mistake. You got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the half, so you want to make sure that you don't make any mistakes. You take care of the ball because you're talking about a 1-point game and all.
Well, Piedmont has 3 timeouts. Might we see Coach Smith take one here if they stop Wellborn again?
Absolutely. You'll see him definitely take a timeout. If they hold him 3rd and long right here, you'll see a timeout.
All right, here is Jet Smith rolling out. Just going to fire it over to Evan Beatles as we get another penalty flag coming in. Beatles is wrapped up immediately and are going to be forced and taken down out of bounds over here on the Wellborn sideline. And a little bit of a scuffle over here on the sideline.
Well, I think you're going to get it, and you may get a hold of the defensive secondary.
Jakari Foster made the tackle. And a little bit of talking going on between the two teams now.
Well, but Wellborn can't lose their composure.
No.
That's just normal football, you know. Earlier, that play didn't phase them, you know. They kind of roughed them a little bit on their
defensive holding here.
That's a big penalty on Piedmont. Defensive holding the call.
Absolutely. I saw the flag earlier. But as I said earlier, Wellborn don't need to lose their poise. You're talking a 1-point ball game, and you don't need anything that would cause you to hurt this drive, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still got a timeout, you know, and anything can happen.
Second quarter action tonight is brought to you by Acare Alabama. Dr. Ryan Price, all the locations of Piedmont, Roanoke, Heflin, and the new office in Attala. Online at alabamacare.com. To the 41-yard line. And it will remain second down. That is not an automatic first down, but now it's second down at 4. That's a whole lot more manageable for the Panthers.
Absolutely. Sometimes I wish in high school, just like the NFL, it'd be a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Oh, Beatles moves, and that's going to be motion on the Wellborn Panthers, and suddenly it's going to go back to second down and 9, which is not as manageable.
Absolutely.
And now another penalty flag comes in. And we get a late flag.
To the snap. False start on the offense.
Well, you got a personal foul.
Yeah. We're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty coming up, I believe. Or a personal foul against Wellborn. So it's getting worse for the Panthers right now.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Those fouls offset. We still have second down.
All right, so offsetting penalties there. That was a carryover from the previous play over here on the Wellborn side. Yeah, I think there was some dissatisfaction when the tackle was made out of bounds over here on the Wellborn sideline, and it kind of all started from there. And then the talking has continued. Now, I don't know what happened on this. Probably just some pushing and shoving with between the receiver and the defensive back there for Piedmont.
Right, you had a receiver go out there and, I don't necessarily know if they even done it, the pushing.
Ready to go back to play football. Trips left this time for the Panthers. Single wide out is down to the right side. Smith is going to roll left, and he's going to fire it. Going downfield, he's got a man out there. It is complete. Perfect pass to Tanner McQueen. He hauls it in, and the Panthers.
Great throw right there. Deep corner out from the inside slot guy. And he just made a great throw. I mean, and wherever normally runs that route, they run a seam route and they flood the left side.
Tackle was made by Sean Young. And give Smith credit. He stood in there, knew he was going to take a hit. Now he'll roll right. He's going to fire down the field. Got a man. Stop. Inside the 5. Touchdown. Wellborn. How about that? Logan Hill with the catch. Wow. Coach, what a game.
Absolutely. Just sprint out right, and the safety just didn't stay at home, and he ended up.
You remember that home crowd that I said had gone quiet? They're back into it now. We'll be back on the field now to attempt the extra point. Morales Ramirez out of the hole. Smith trying to make this a 6-point game for the Panthers. Snap is good. The kick is up, and that kick is right down. Well, it's at 28-22. It is the FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dave Mack for Advantage Tire on Highway 202 in Anniston. Most of you know about the new and used tires and rims we sell. But I bet there's a lot of things we do that you don't know about. We have a full lineup of ASE certified mechanics that are ready to take care of just about everything you can imagine, like this. He's working on a brake job right here. At Advantage Tire, we've got the latest diagnostic tools. These are all digital. This is wireless. Most people have a wired. We got wireless. But on top of that, when it comes to diagnostics, we still handle your alignment with the latest technology available. And don't forget, we do shocks and struts too. So the next time this happens to you, you know where to go. Advantage Tire, Highway 202, Anniston.
The Wellborn Panthers come roaring back. Touchdown throw from Jeff Smith to Logan Hill has put the Panthers back on top, and the crowd is certainly back into it 110% now here on the hill, and we have got a heck of a football game going on.
Yeah, absolutely right. Wellborn came to defend our turf, I can tell you that.
So it'll be the Panthers kicking it off. Ramirez. We'll see what he does this time. He will hit the high end-over-end kick. He's going to kick it deep. Gets over the head of Hanson, and it is going to roll out of bounds just before it crosses the goal line. So it'll be good field position coming up for Piedmont. They have 1 minute and 7 seconds and 3 timeouts, Coach. We may not have seen the last score in this half.
I guarantee you we may not have Coach Smith know what to do with 1 minute, 7 seconds, and 3 timeouts, I guarantee you.
And they will have good starting field position up at the 35-yard line. So the way Jackson Hayes has been throwing this football around, I expect Piedmont to try to put something together here before the half. I think, without a doubt, it's the most exciting half of football we've seen all season.
Absolutely. One of the most exciting games that we've seen. I love it.
We've been on a little bit of a roll here lately.
That's right. Heavyweight fight.
Absolutely. Had some great games here on the Friday Night Network, and this one's certainly living up to the hype. Hayes will have Johnson in the backfield. Let's see what Piedmont will elect to do here. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a Jackson Hayes RPO. He's going to roll out to his right, going to fire it up along the sideline and just get out of bounds. Got it up there to Jakari Foster. Makes a quick gain up to about the 40, giving 5. It'll bring up second down and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Well, you're talking about 5 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
Complete, out of bounds by Calvin Spinks.
And what did you say about Coach Steve Smith? If you give him something, he'll take it and he'll go back to it.
Absolutely, he'll do it all night. I mean, I used to battle him in passing camp every year, you know, and did well up there. We didn't have offensive, defensive lines, but hey, he'll run a play in the ground now.
All right, got trips over to the left this time for Hayes. Silas Thompson over to that right side. It's going to be Jack Hayes coming right up the middle. He's got some room, and he's going to be across midfield and fights his way out of bounds across the way, forced out over there by the Panthers. And I believe that is by Jet Smith across the way. So it'll be 1st and 10. Piedmont now in Wellborn territory with still 54.5 seconds to go and 3 timeouts.
And Grady, he started getting out of bounds 10 yards before he got to where he was. That's how smart he is.
Yeah. And he's a freshman.
Absolutely. I would hate to have to play against him the next 3 years.
We said early in the season when we saw him that it's going to be a tough road when you got to play Piedmont year in and year out with him back there and the other talent they've got around him on this football team. And, of course, so well coached are the Piedmont Bulldogs. Here's Hayes and company, 1st and 10. And he's going to quickly hit it out there to Silas Thompson. Thompson along the near far boundary is going to be forced out of bounds across the way. And it'll bring up 2nd down now for the Piedmont Bulldogs. And again, that emotion getting a little bit out of hand. And now we get the penalty flag coming in late.
And see, Wellborn is going to have to keep their head. See, right there, you're talking about possible offset.
I got on 45 black team and 8.
Yeah, it's going to be offsetting, I believe.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Those fouls offset.
So it's Calvin Spinks that was was coming off the field, and he was the Wellborn player that was involved. I didn't see the Piedmont player that was involved, but it's offsetting, so no harm, no foul, so to speak. But as you mentioned, Coach, talk about it. You're playing a team that's so composed and so disciplined in Piedmont, you just got to keep your head.
That's it. And you can't, either side, Calvin Spinks can't make those kind of plays. I mean, there's nothing so egregious that was done that would make you hurt your team like that and allow a team as good as Piedmont to score, especially when you're already ahead on the scoreboard.
So it's 2nd down now, and call it 5 to go here for the Bulldogs down at the Wellborn 43-yard line. Hayes will look it over. He'll have twins to either side this time. All spread out. He's going to take and he's going to look to that sideline. Fires it over. Drop this time. Incomplete. Austin Estes was the intended receiver. Couldn't hang on to it, so it brings up 3rd and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Okay, watch my friend Steve Smith. He ran a little short out right there, and the guy dropped the pass. But what I saw scanning the field was I saw 2 deep receivers that were wide open. Totally wide open. So I guarantee you he'll come back to that. Somebody in the booth up here has already called down and told him on the headset, hey, we're going to run something else, and then we're going to run that play again.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 right now. First order of business is to pick up the 1st down if you're the Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
Hayes going to call his own number, and he's going to be hit and dropped. I think he's short of the 1st down. Good open field tackle there for the Panthers by number 64, Harley Kendall. And, of course, we'll have a timeout taken, I believe, maybe by the officials to measure that gain. I think he's short, and Piedmont will take the timeout. So they will line up and go for it coming up here on 4th down. You've got to think. So Bulldogs will take the quick timeout. We will take it as well. The FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Hard to go for the Piedmont Bulldogs. They will obviously line up and go for this. 36.8 seconds. They've just taken their first time out of the half. So if you can get the 1st down, you will stop the clock. And it's really 4th and, from my perspective, about a half yard to go right now. So you got to think Piedmont will be able to pick that up, and then they'll be prepared to run up and run a quick play. And Coach says, watch out, something may be coming. Here come the Bulldogs out of that timeout. Hayes and Johnson in the backfield. Home crowd trying to exhort their team to make a big stop here.
See, it's 5-on-5 in the middle right there, and the running back makes 6, so the quarterback, they got him outnumbered.
And there he goes, and a big gain up the middle for Hayes. He'll be down to the 31st and 10 for the Piedmont Bulldogs to keep the drive alive.
See, and that's a call where you don't take them out the box right there, Grady. You leave them in, because when you spread them out, you only got 4 down linemen, 1 linebacker. You got 5 offensive linemen and a running back. That's 6-on-5. Quarterback makes 7.
And they're ready to go as soon as the chains are set. And there's Hayes dropping back, going to go down the far sideline and picked off. Is he inbounds? Nope, they'll say incomplete, came down out of bounds. Jet Smith had it, but it couldn't stay in bounds. 2nd down and 10 coming up, and that's the first mistake we've seen out of Jackson Hayes. Let's take a look at this as Jack drops back and puts that one up, Coach.
Right, that's just a bad throw. And again, Smith is so smart. He knows that that Silas Thompson is a receiver. Him and Jakari Foster. He knows that those are the receivers. So he cheated to their side.
Great camera work there. His foot comes down right along the line. The official was right there looking down the line. It was actually Piedmont player Thompson came down with his foot on Smith's, and that forced his foot to the sideline, and that prevented the interception. Now Jack Hayes dropping back. Got time going to the sideline again. Diving incomplete. Threw that one a little bit low. Trying to hit Max Hansen over there, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Bulldogs with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, and look who they put back at safety, Grady.
Yeah, Jet Smith.
Absolutely. Moving from Mike linebacker back to free safety.
Such a versatile player. He can play anywhere on the field, and wherever he is, he's a coach's son.
There you go.
Can tell. Coach's son.
That's the rec league I'm telling you about that I like about it. You can move him anywhere. He can play defensive end. He can play nose guard. You know, he's that way versed in football.
So Piedmont, not a lot of time left. You got to do something pretty quick here. 3rd down and 10. Here comes the pressure on Hayes. Hit just after he throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Pressure got there and forced the bad throw. That was good pressure coming up the middle of the field that time by Traylor for the Wellborn Panthers. Trey Traylor with it. 3 seconds to go. Time for one more play for the Bulldogs. And that's right here. It's just throw it to the end zone. See what happens.
That's it. And I still think, again, they putting twins to that side. You got to put one of your better slot receivers on this side so that he can run that post. Here comes the play right here, Grady. Here comes the play.
Thompson is going to line up one-on-one over on that far side. Now trips over to the left side, looking right. Hayes, pressure, going to throw it down there for Silas Thompson. Breaks behind the defense and overthrows it out of bounds. And that's how the first half will end. Wellborn will lead it going to the half, 28-22. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
Come visit the newly remodeled DME showroom at Professional Apothecary in Talladega. You'll see medical beds, portable oxygen, easy lift chairs, walking aids including diabetic shoes and hose, a new private mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units, portable bathroom safety equipment, and CPAP users will love our new CPAP room. For friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place, you can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. So get on stake. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
PCA Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont, serving the cities of Piedmont, Center, Hoax Bluff, Jacksonville, Collinsville, Gadsden, Anniston, Cave Springs, and Oxford.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
In a world that's ever changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a four-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Welcome back to the Hill, where it is time for the Calhoun County Commission halftime report. The Calhoun County Commission inviting you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Let's get you down to the field and enjoy the halftime performance by the Piedmont Marching Bulldogs Band. There you have it. The halftime performance wrap it up there for the Piedmont Bulldog marching band here on the hill tonight as Wellborn Panthers lead this one 28-22. It is Calhoun County Commission halftime report. We're back with more coming up on the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA. At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. Eye Care Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
Welcome back here to the Hill in Wellborn, where the Panthers lead it, as you see there, over the Piedmont Bulldogs. Incredible first half of football, and we're very excited tonight to have as our presenting sponsor of this one, Wise Environmental Solutions. Now, we're supposed to have been joined by Rhonda McMichael from Wise Environmental Solutions, but Rhonda feeling a little bit under the weather tonight. And Rhonda, we're sorry that you couldn't be here, and we hope that you feel better soon. I want to talk to you some about Wise Environmental Solutions. They do offer so many different services, including dumpsters. They have restroom trailers. They offer tents, so if you've got a big wedding or a big event, they can bring out the big commercial tents and set those up for you. They have portable toilets that are over in Birmingham. They have septic services, and then for business and government services, they offer septic services and commercial waste service as well. And we've got a very special feature here to tell you a little bit more about Wise Environmental Solutions. Take a look. There you have it, Wise Environmental Solutions. Very excited to have them as our presenting sponsor here on the Friday Night Network Game of the Week. Let's get you down to the field right now and enjoy the Wellborn Panthers Marching Band's halftime performance. There you have it, the Wellborn Panther Marching Band performing and entertaining the home folks here and the visitors tonight here on the hill at Wellborn High School. We'll grab a timeout. We're coming back with more of the Calhoun County Commission halftime report, inviting you to see what Calhoun County has to offer.
Whatever happens, we'll be there with you and your home every step of the way in your journey back. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Hi, I'm Dave Mack for Advantage Tire on Highway 202 in Anniston. Most of you know about the new and used tires and rims we sell. But I bet there's a lot of things we do that you don't know about. We have a full lineup of ASE certified mechanics that are ready to take care of just about everything you can imagine, like this. He's working on a brake job right here. At Advantage Tire, we've got the latest diagnostic tools. These are all digital. This is wireless. Most people have a wired. We got wireless. But on top of that, when it comes to diagnostics, we still handle your alignment with the latest technology available. And don't forget, we do shocks and struts too. So the next time this happens to you, you know where to go. Advantage Tire, Highway 202 Anniston.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
Welcome back here to the Calhoun County Commission halftime report live from the Hill as Wellborn leads Piedmont here at the halfway point. The Calhoun County Commission inviting you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. All right, Coach, here are the halftime stats for you. For Piedmont's 17 attempts for 74 yards. Jack Hayes was 9 of 15 for 121 for the football for 3 attempts. 2 of those to Silas Thompson. 10 carries for 63 yards on the ground. Pretty darn good first half of that young man.
Absolutely.
Right on for the Wellborn side. They had 16 running plays, 102 yards rushing. Jet Smith, 4 or 5, make that 3 or 4 passing for 79 yards with a touchdown.
Pretty close there.
Yeah, the two quarterbacks are getting it done for both of those teams tonight. So we've got more coming up here in this top 10 matchup in Class 3A. Let's go ahead and take a look at your top 10s, and we'll run through the classes here just quickly as we continue on with the halftime part of the show. Class 6A there, you see Saraland sitting atop the standings. Oxford down to 7th after losing a couple of weeks ago to Clay Chalkville, but wrapped up the last night. Russell has been trying all year long. Also, was right below Oxford there. They won that last night. Class 5A, it is still Jasper sitting atop. You see Central Clay County with 2 losses sitting there in 4th. Etowah is in 5th. Then you see Mortimer Jordan out of that same region, and then Alexandria down there in 10th in Class 5A. Moving on to Class 4A, of course, perennial power UMS Wright sitting atop the standings. American Christian right there in 2nd. Then Jacksonville has eased up into 5th. Lincoln now in the top 10 at 9th. And Hoax Bluff before last night's loss sitting in at 10th. Looking at 3A, of course, the Bulldogs that we've got here tonight, they are sitting atop the poll with an 8-0 record. Randolph County has moved up to 4th, and now Wellborn slides in at number 9 in the Class 3A poll, the latest one. Looking at 2A, it's the 5 Red Devils and the Ohatchee Indians ruling atop that 2A poll, and they appear to be on a collision course for later in the postseason. We will see. Reeltown tonight, that was another game we didn't really talk a lot about, but Reeltown, the number 3 team in the state, they're at Ranburn tonight. That's a huge football game. Don't be surprised to see the Bulldogs knock them off.
Hey, I'm never surprised about Ranburn. You know, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And, of course, Mars Hill Bible, your defending state champs in Class 1A. They are at number 1 there, and you see the rest of the top 10 pretty well made up by a number of teams, including the one that you're used to seeing up there, Spring Garden, that we had on last night as they won it over Raglan. All right, that's going to put up the Calhoun County Commission halftime report. Brought to you by the Calhoun County Commission, inviting you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. We're back with the third quarter straight ahead on the Friday Night Network.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 What? It happens. So get on state. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
PCA Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont, serving the cities of Piedmont, Center, Hoax Bluff, Jacksonville, Collinsville, Gadsden, Anniston, Cave Springs, and Oxford. Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Welcome back here to the Hill. We're just about ready to go with third quarter action of tonight's FNN Game of the Week, presented by Wise Environmental Solutions, a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 25 years of experience, Wise is committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. To learn more about available products and services, visit the Wise website at wiseenviro.com. All right, we're about ready to rock and roll, Coach. If it's half as good as the first half was, we're going to be in for quite a ride here in the second half, and I think it's going to be.
Well, you are so right. I think the intensity is going to even pick up this half because I think both teams are just playing for pride, and I think that Piedmont don't want to go out with a loss, and I think Wellborn want to show that, hey, they deserve to be in one of them one or two seeds at the top.
Absolutely. They're coming in with something to prove. And, of course, the Bulldogs just want to keep a perfect season going. They got another big game coming up next week due to the Bulldogs as well. But this will wrap up the region season. And, of course, they are once again region champs. But the Panthers want to build some momentum headed into the postseason of their own right. And knocking off the number one team in the state and one of your big rivals, that would certainly be a great way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
No doubt. Ramirez ready to kick it off here for the Panthers. He will kick it high, driving kick that Hanson will drift back and take back inside the 15. Hanson back up the far sideline. He's got a hole. Hanson gets in the clear down the sideline. Smith is going to take him out of bounds. Jet Smith hits him hard over on the far sideline and saves the touchdown right there.
It's a great run, just a great tackle. And of course, you've seen Jet Smith go there, and he just, just tell the little man to come on, lower his head. I'm waiting to meet you.
And indeed, he met him across the way. As you said, he brings the lumber when he comes to hit you.
Yes, sir. He's hard nosed as they come.
Calvin Spinks now coming up a little gimpy off of that kick recoverage, number 8 there for Wellborn. Spinks coming over to the near sideline here, limping off, and hopefully they'll be able to get Calvin back and ready to get back into the football game.
Yes, and I didn't see what happened to him. I don't know if he rolled the ankle or if somebody may have, rolled up on him or something on that play. He seemed to be walking a little better. I think he got hit in the play.
So hopefully we'll see him back on the field here shortly. First and 10 for the Bulls. Remember, they third when they won the coin toss to open this game, so now they'll have a chance here to come back. They trail by 6 as we start this third quarter, and now we're ready to go. Starting field position here at the Panther 48-yard line. Hayes has got the play. He'll bring it back out on the field. Both quarterbacks had outstanding first halves, and we'll expect nothing less of the quarterbacks in the second half coming up here.
Well, it's an important series for Piedmont, too. They deferred, so it's going to be big for them right here.
They'll go trips left. And Silas Thompson over to the right. And here's Jackson Hayes just looking to run right up the middle. Bounces outside a little bit. He's going to be taken down quickly there by the Panther defense. Over there to make that stop quickly was number 22, Chase Carroll.
Now, if you notice earlier, Grady, they had 4 down linemen and 1 linebacker in the box. That time they had 2. So it's still 6-on-6, and the quarterback is the odd man out. So somebody have to defeat a block in order to make a play. And anytime you get 6 in the box or less, they're going to run it, no doubt. They won't throw it with 6 there. But you got 5 offensive linemen and a running back. So everybody block a man and let the quarterback go for what he knows.
So here it is, 2nd down and 7 after that 3-yard gain by Hayes on first down. Hayes is going to take it. He's going to hand it off to Johnson. He bulls his way up the middle, got a big hole, and Johnson powers his way inside the 35 down near the 33-yard line, and that is really the first time all night that Johnson has gotten free and gotten loose. Tackle made there by KV Wesley.
Well, again, you see 6 in the box right there. Cole Smith runs a spread offense, but base out spread, and that's one of the tendencies of the spread is you just count numbers. That's all. You just count numbers.
All right, Piedmont comes up with a first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Hayes will have Johnson in the backfield alongside. Again, trips left, Thompson over to the right side. Opening drive of the second half. And going to hit Thompson out there in space. And he breaks the first tackle. So it's the second tackle. Stays on his feet. And loose. And Melbourne says they haven't. Let's see what the officials say. And the officials concur. Wellborn has recovered the fumble. Let's take a look at that replay, Coach.
Okay, well, you're seeing 6 in the box.
Can't really see it from that angle. There he is, and it looks like the ball is gone at that point. So he was on top of players, so looks like a good call by the officials. The ball is already out there, Coach. So again, good job with the camera shots as he was just trying to get extra yards, fighting hard for it, and turns the ball over. And we talked about that to start the game. Turnovers could play a role with a wet field.
Right, and he's carrying it kind of loosely anyway, so, that's just bad technique right there on Foster's part.
Here's Wellborn now with the football. They're going to try it over off of left tackle, and they're not going to find much over there. Good job defensively for the Bulldogs as they stack that up. It'll bring up 2nd down and long. Has a host of Bulldogs over there to make the tackle. It was going to be Epps who made the stop that time for the Bulldogs. 2nd down and 9 coming up. We're talking about being at the Hill. Let's show you exactly where we are. As, of course, we're here on the home side up in the press box high above the field. And the production trailer with Jim and the crew back there right behind the press box here. So one of our favorite venues to come to. Just a great traditional stadium here at Wellborn High School. 2nd down and 9 now. And he's going to hand off, and that is Spinks who is back in the game. He's going to be hit and driven back. Jakari Foster gets there first. Also in there was the big linebacker for the Bulldogs, Bryson Ingram.
Well, just football. I mean, that's a form tackle right there by Jakari Foster, and he just hold him up and wait for the troops to rally to the meeting point there. And, you got 3rd and long right here. So, of course, they feel like Wellborn is probably going to put the ball in the air right here. So we may see a flood route to this side over here. I think they'll roll him out to his right on side, and it's on their sideline, and that's typically what you want to do.
Well, he's been very efficient. 3 of 4 passing so far is Jed Smith. It'll be a passing down here with 3rd and 9. Now pressure coming off the edge, and he's going to be hit, and he's going to be dropped. They get there on defense, do the Bulldogs, and they say the ball comes out. And they say they have it. The officials are going to get there and look and see, and they may be right. Let's see. We don't have a signal yet. And Piedmont says definitely. Yep, they come out with it. And let's just going to see if the officials blew it. No, they did not. So Wellborn turns it right back over. Landon Smart, the linebacker, comes out with the fumble recovery. As we'll take a look right there at the play. And so a big turnover created by the Bulldog defense.
Just a heavyweight boxing match right here. Hey, Wellborn throws the punt. Piedmont counters the punt.
Yep. Of course, we have caught a break with the weather tonight. No rain falling here on the east side of the state, but on the west side of the state, they are getting hammered over there. See a tornado warning just issued for Hale County over on the western side of the state. So some pretty big storms over there. We should be okay here. Here's a handoff now. Jakari Foster running back, and he's going to be hit quickly. Keeps driving forward, and now he's going to be stood up and stopped over there by the Panthers as the ball went out after the play was dead. Tackle made there, leading the charge, number 22, Chase Carroll for the Panthers.
And again, great. If I was an advocate for legislation in high school football, that play would be out. We would blow it dead because, sometimes I just think it creates a disadvantage for the offense, and sometimes it creates a disadvantage for the defense when you're getting that push. And most importantly, somebody usually getting hurt out of something like that.
8:10 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd down and call it 8 yards to go right now for the Bulldogs. Hayes is going to run it. Practice it out off the right side. He's got some flips the tackle inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. There's Jack Hayes, and his first goal coming up for the Bulldogs. We'll take a look at the replay.
Well, look at the numbers again. You're talking about 6 in the box right there, and he makes one guy miss right there. Defensive back has to make the tackle right there. Spinks.
Yeah, Spinks makes the stop. I think the third quarter action tonight is presented by PCA Insurance, an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont. PCA's primary focus is on Calhoun, Cherokee, Cleburne, Etowah, and DeKalb counties. For your insurance needs, call Brian for a quote today, 256-447-7943. And now they'll go to that power I set for the Bulldogs. And they're going to run the toss. That's Johnson out to the right side. Got a lot of blockers, and a good job by the defense stacking it up and out of bounds across the way.
What they got my number over there. Somebody didn't do an assignment on blocking the safety right there, but they seal the corners on the outside, and
but it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line now. I think there was a host of Panthers that got over there and made that stop, but now 2nd and goal all the way down at the Panther 2-yard line. Jack Hayes back in for the Bulldogs as they try to go back up on top in what has been a very back and forth ball. Howard said again for the Bulldogs. Wide out over the left. Hand it off. That's Johnson off of the left tackle. Leans forward. He's in. Touchdown. Bulldogs. They lead it, or actually tie it up now, 28-28.
Touchdown, Piedmont.
A chance to go back on top for Piedmont. Let's go take another look at that, Coach. That's just power football.
That's all it is. And then, of course, you see the pushing from behind. Again, that's an advantage for the offense on that particular play.
So Mohan will be on to attempt the extra point, try to give his Bulldogs a 1-point lead here as we are at the 7:18 mark of the third quarter. Snap us a little high, gets it down. There's a kick Rifled through there by Mohan, and the Bulldogs lead it one more time, 29-28. This is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
We're back here on the hill as Piedmont now has scored to retake a lead here over the Wellborn Panthers. The Bulldogs will kick it off. Mohan is back out there to do the honors. The handle lead at 14 now. And as the kick is going to be fielded on the far sideline by the Panthers. That's Spinks with it and make that number 11 with it. That is KV Wesley, and he is taken down immediately. And it'll be a short game. Sylacauga up 19-8 over Munford. That, remember, is a winner-take-all for the playoff berth.
Takedown Wesley on the turn. Tackle made by Landon Smart.
So it'll be first down and 10 now for the Wellborn Panthers. And I think an important drive here, Coach. They need to get something going.
Right. They need to make something happen out of this particular drive. And it's still, you're talking about not even so we got plenty of time. There's no panic.
Smith and company split back, split wide this time. And going to hand it off. That is going to be he to put ball forced out and slow down. Making a stop of the big man. And that'll be a loss for the Wellborn Panthers. And so far, Coach, this Piedmont defense looks like they've made some adjustments on the first few plays that Wellborn has tried here in the third quarter.
Absolutely, and I don't think that they are Wellborn's going to beat them on the outside. You have to pretty much run and kind of get a couple of down blocks and some kickouts and get them up inside.
Second down and 13 now for the Panthers. As that loss is back to their own 25-yard line. Smith will have one wide out split with Thomas. And he's going to fake it. Now he's going to cut it back up. Finds a crease. There goes Jet Smith. Dragging tacklers, and now we're going to get a face mask on that tackle, I do believe, and that's going to give Wellborn a first down. I do believe that's a face mask.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it kind of went down a little bit awkward.
Yeah. And that's the signal we're getting. Let's get
face mask on the defense. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. We get it.
All right, so first down here coming up for Piedmont. I think the Wellborn sideline was adamantly calling for that face mask. And they're going to call that the inadvertent face mask. Coach, I thought they held on to that one for a while.
I did, and because he went down kind of awkward. He was trying to pull away, so normally when it's inadvertent, they'll grab it and release it.
But he didn't release, I didn't think.
He didn't. He kind of took him to the ground on that one.
I thought we'd see a personal foul there. It still was enough for a Wellborn first down. High snap. Gets it, hands it up, and there's Spinks across midfield. Across midfield. First down. Ball comes out, but Piedmont has it, but the officials are not saying that that's the case. So it's Wellborn football and close to first down yardage. And they may bring the change. They will. They'll bring the change out for the first time tonight. It's across midfield. It's close to the 49-yard line. The chains look like they're right at the 49.
Right. It looks a little bit short there.
You're going short.
I'm going short.
He's going short. All right.
Hey, I was 100% last night. I was 1 for 1.
You're 1 for 1. We'll see if you can go 2 for 2 here on this one.
Hey, you went about 5 for 5.
Yeah, I had a good night.
I didn't get that many chances.
Yeah. That was actually here where I went 5 for 5.
Absolutely.
It was, man. Yeah. County and Wellborn, yeah.
You did a great job. Great job.
They're going to stretch it out now, and he is short by inches.
Hey.
2 for 2.
I'm 2 for 2.
2 for 2. So the Panthers will now have it second down and very short as the drive now inside of Piedmont territory.
Hey, I didn't throw my little measurement in now. I was credit card.
So they'll remark it there, get it over to the right hash, and then we'll get ready to play some more football. I want to thank our third quarter sponsor of tonight's game. That is PCA Insurance, independent insurance agency located in Piedmont. PCA's primary focus is on Calhoun, Cherokee, Cleveland, Etowah, and DeKalb counties. For all your insurance needs, call Brian for a quote today, 256-447-7943.
Yeah, I still won't forget that official down there that got into that game, and he made that call and said, "Hey, stop credit card."
Credit card. All right, here's Smith back on set. Well, Smith quarterback straight ahead. He'll have his first down, and it'll be the Panthers continuing the drive here. Smith kind of indicating again his face mask was grabbed, but no play coming in on that, and they would move. And it's kind of a little more of the Panther style of drive we're accustomed to seeing right now, running the football, chewing up clock.
Right. That's typically what they're known for doing.
And I think that's kind of what you want to do against this Piedmont team, to keep their offense over on the sideline if you can.
Absolutely. And great, I can say this, in all honesty, the weather really hadn't been a factor in this game. I mean, just a cool, moist night. That's all it is.
Smith keeps it. Going to be hit pretty hard as he gets into the short game, 2, maybe 3 yards there, hit by Landon Smart out of the linebacker position. Of course, let's talk about our player of the week coming up for week 9. Who will it be? Well, we'll be announcing it coming up on Monday on our website. And, of course, last week's player of the week, Cade Williamson from Ohatchee. We'll find out who it will be, and they will join us at Struts on Tuesday night for our FNN High School Football Coaches Show, the player of the week for week 9. Second down and long now for the Panthers. It'll be second down and 8. Coming up, going to hand it off, running to the right, and that is going to be Spinks going down right there. And that's Trey McFarland who makes the stop. No gain on that play.
No gain.
Looked a little indecisive, kind of juking as he came down the line there, Coach. He didn't really make a firm cut.
That's a tough play right there because the linebackers filling the gap exactly like they're supposed to, but the outside, the cornerback is coming up and he's defeating that block on the receiver, and he's setting the edge in the backfield. And that's what you want. The only thing the cornerback has to be careful about is getting a slam and go, what we call. The receiver making a fake that block at him and then throwing it over the top behind him.
Possession down. Smith rolls out. Got pressure. Going to fire it out of there and almost intercepted. He really couldn't get anything on that. It was great pressure coming in on Jet Smith that time and just prevented the good throw as Piedmont came in there early and often there. Leading that charge was Noah Reedy, and it brings up a fourth down, and I think the Panthers will have to kick this one away.
Absolutely. And I'm watching Wellborn's body language. They are doing a lot of complaining right now. And, you're talking about a 1-point game. They're still in the game. All they got to do is just stick to the game plan.
So it's the smart decision here to try to pin Piedmont back and make them take a long field here. And that's exactly what Wellborn will do. Jet Smith also handles punting duties. Snap is good. No pressure from Piedmont. High kick is going to be fairly short. It'll hit out of bounds, and it'll be on the positive side of the 20. Let's see where they will spot it at. Going to come up right at the 22-yard line, it looks like. So that's where Piedmont will have it. First down and 10. And, of course, now with 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. Not much longer before time becomes a factor in this football game.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see what the Bulldogs will draw up now as they have the lead and the football. They'll go trips right. Single wide out is Silas Thompson to the short side of the field, the left side this time for Jack Hayes. Hayes going to fire it quickly out of the flat. Little bubble screen to Estes. Misses. Makes a first man miss. He's going to be hit fairly quickly over there and dropped. But a decent gain on first down. It's kind of like a long handoff.
It is, but Wellborn had the numbers then, and that's a long throw to the wide side of the field. So that play was to Wellborn's advantage. Estes just made a great play on that.
Chase Carroll with the stop. Second down. And call it 6 to go here for the Bulldogs as they get it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the game was 4.
Normally when you throw that little tunnel screen, you want the receivers to be a little bit closer so the ball can get there quicker. Unless you got an arm like Aaron Rodgers. probably see a run here. They got them spread it out pretty wide right there.
Yep, here's Hayes coming right up through the tackle position. Jersey grabbed, and he's going to be held and stopped back. Looked like he was about to step out and get a big one there, Coach, but they got a hold of the jersey and drug him down from there. So it was a good play on the interior by the Panthers that time. And I believe that's 35 who got him by the jersey. That is Trey Taylor, or Tay Taylor. I think a big down for the Panthers right now. You got them 3rd and 3. You got to find a way to get a stop defensively here.
Right. You can't let them get a first down, but just be aware. If you see them spread out, it's probably going to be a quarterback draw, some kind of handoff.
And they will.
Yeah, they're actually in flip it back.
Yep.
Now, so I love that.
And here comes Hayes, and he's going to be corralled and dropped. Big play on the inside. Number 70 getting there and dropping him for no gain. And that's a huge play by Keegan Pritchett. We'll take a look at the replay. He just beats him right there, Coach. Had great penetration.
Absolutely. I mean, he just got in. He just whooped his man. He won the one-on-one.
So absolutely no gain on that. Might have lost half a yard. And Piedmont now will have to kick this one away. Mohan is on to boot it away. As Bryce Mohan handles the place kicking and the punting duties for the Bulldogs.
He shanked one early now, so don't.
High snap. Pressure coming from Wellborn. They don't get there. He didn't shank that one. That's a nice high kick that Wellborn will not return. And Piedmont this time will down it on the midfield, and they're going to hold on to it, Coach.
Absolutely.
They're going to hand it off to another player, and now they're going to hand it to the official.
Well, Wellborn's getting a lot of penetration on Piedmont's punt, so, I don't know if that's because Piedmont, that's a weak area for them, or because they hadn't done much punting all year.
Well, if you look at their point totals, they haven't punted a whole lot this year. But they are in a tussle tonight here on the hill as the Panthers are head up here. A 1-point ball game, and it has been a great football game. If you're just joining us, you have missed a lot of phenomenal action that we've seen tonight.
And you're talking about excellent field position. You're starting on the 50-yard line. So
you're one down. Split backfield set for the Panthers. Smith under center, going to fake it, going to call his own number, gets it around the corner. There goes Jet Smith, and slips the tackle. He gets a few extra yards. We'll credit number 6 there with the stop, though, Trey McFarland. But a good gain on first down by Jet Smith. Let's take a look at next week, our high school game of the week. We're going to head down to Mary Dumas Stadium. The Talladega Tigers will be taking on the Moody Blue Devils to close out the regular season. Tigers are going to make the postseason, and if they can come back tonight, they have a chance to finish second in the region and do something they've never done before. That's host a playoff. But they're not coming back at this point. 35-14, Hanley is leading it. Power set this time for the Panthers. Nobody out wide. They're going to hand it off. And just trying to find something over there on the left side is Tequan Thomas. And he didn't find a whole lot as the Bulldogs are all over that one up off the bottom of the pile. Brody Epps.
Now this is a big down right here. You can play it two ways. You can lock man to man and play press man and send the house at him, or you can and one linebacker spot a quarterback, or you can play loose man and send the house at him.
Yep.
And because he has to make a quick throw, and that give you defensive backs an opportunity to pick the football off.
3rd down and 2, or do you keep it on the ground if you're Wellborn?
Well, I love to play. I love to send everybody right here and play a little loose man right here.
Thomas is the only wide out. That's going to be Jet Smith going left. He's got this first down and a whole lot more. Jet Smith down inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wellborn Panthers. As we'll take a look here at that replay. Well, actually, that's Jack Hayes that we saw a few minutes ago. But a big 1st and 10 for the Wellborn Panthers, and of course, you put it in your man's hands, Jet Smith.
Absolutely, and I think Wellborn has found something because that particular play, Piedmont defensive end is not staying at home. He's crashing down. He's following those two backs on that false motion, and Jet is getting outside on him, and I think Coach Smith needs to make an adjustment on that.
1st and 10, backs up really close to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to hand it off. That's Heath cutting it left. He's got some room on that left side. As you said, they found something over there, and they're making hay. That's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be a short 2nd down coming up when we come back after 3. Piedmont by 1 here on the Friday Night Network Game of the Week, presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Come visit the newly remodeled DME showroom at Professional Apothecary in Talladega. You'll see medical beds, portable oxygen, easy lift chairs, walking aids including diabetic shoes and hose, a new private mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units, portable bathroom safety equipment, and CPAP users will love our new CPAP room. For friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place, you can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. So get all state. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me.
PCA Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Piedmont, serving the cities of Piedmont, Center, Hoax Bluff, Jacksonville, Collinsville, Gadsden, Anniston, Cave Springs, and Oxford.
Fourth quarter getting underway here. Wellborn with the football. They have it 2nd down and 2 from the Piedmont 21-yard line. And the Panthers on a big-time drive right here, trailing by 1. And they found something running to the left side, which right now will be the short side of the field. There's Heath running it again, left, cuts it back up, finds a hole, powers his way down inside the 15-yard line, and it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And once again on the stop that time is going to be Bryson Ingram.
They're just taking it to him right now. They just, on that left side.
Just firing out the ball, opening up some holes right now.
Absolutely. You got Sean Smith on this side. He's cramping, so.
Might want to run at him. Which they've been running over that way for the last 4 or 5 plays in a row, it seems like, as we're just underway with the 4th quarter. Piedmont with a 1st and 10 down at the Piedmont 14-yard line. And there is Hunt. He's going to have just a short gain as that time the tackle is made once again by number 32. That is Brody Epps. Short gain, 2nd down and long coming up now for the Panthers.
And that's a situation. That's a situation where Ingram will have to learn to sell out right there. You just play the gap, and you may have to submarine and let your linebackers come over the top. Can't get blowed out of the gap right there.
2nd and 8 now for the Panthers.
Wellborn is in field goal territory.
Got Joshua Rittenhouse in the game at running back at number 5, and it's going to be Jet Smith, though, cutting it out left side inside the 10, makes a man miss, and he's going to be down near the 5-yard line, forced out down there by number 14 for the Bulldogs. That is Landon Smarts.
And again, that play is right back to the left side again. You fight the lead to the right side with 2 backs. And
mark him at the 6. 3rd down and 2 right now for the Wellborn Panthers.
They're just knocking Piedmont off the football right now.
And putting it in the hands of Jet Smith, which I always think is a good idea.
Absolutely.
So big down here for both teams, and you got to figure it's 2-down territory right now for Wellborn. We'll see what they will come up with. Split backfield set. Heath back in there along with Hunt. Heath has got it. Left side. Stood up. Lunges forward. And he should have enough for his 1st down as he basically just runs over Sean Smith in there. Just kind of lowered the head and ran over Sean Smith. He's going to be close. And he's got it. 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal, Panthers.
What a football game.
Absolutely.
Both teams just really fighting it out. Heath will have to trot out. Looks like he may be injured an ankle there. Into the football game right now for Wellborn at number 35. That's Tay Traylor, who was checked in. He'll be in there with Rittenhouse. He'll be up on the line, Rittenhouse and Hunt. There goes Jet Smith in the touchdown for the Wellborn Panthers. They go back on top. Take a look at the replay. Nothing fancy there, Coach.
Oh, this quarterback sneak.
And look at the hole. He wasn't even really touched till he went across the goal line.
Wasn't touched. That's a Patrick Mahomes play.
Yeah. And now the extra point attempt coming up here from Brandon Morales Ramirez. try to make it a 6-point lead. Kick is up, and that one is off to the side, and I think that one is no good. So the lead will stay at 5, 34-29. Panthers lead it. FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
We're back here on the hill and ready to go. As the kickoff will be forthcoming from the Panthers as they have reclaimed the lead. Great drive, 50-yard drive put together, and really found something over on the left side as they drove it down the field and put it in the end zone. This quarter of tonight's FNN Game of the Week is brought to you by your local Tang Mart for good gas, snacks, cold drinks, and light grocery items. Stop in anytime. There's a Tang Mart near you, including Piedmont, Hoax Bluff, Atala, and the Tang Mart Chevron on the corner of Quintard and Snow Street in Oxford. Well, Coach, this has just been a tremendous football game, and we've still got most of the fourth quarter left, and I have no idea who's going to win it. 10:03 still left in the football game.
Well, we said it earlier. It seems like it's going to come down to whoever had the football last.
Yeah, it very well could.
Wellborn has not bagged down 1 inch.
Nope, Ramirez will kick it high, end over end, fairly short. It's going to be fielded by Malachi Jackson and has to just fall on it as he drops the football, but Piedmont will have it right at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, I think he saw Spinks coming and he was scared he was going to have to take a shot there.
Yeah. So now let's see if the Bulldogs respond here on the road tonight. They've responded all night long.
Absolutely.
You got to tip your cap to both teams. Both of these teams have been able to come back from being down, and neither one of them have blinked, and it's just a fantastic football game all night long, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's who has the ball last in this one.
Well, and this game has reached a status, it's bad to say, but you hate to see either team lose.
Yeah, it really has. Another big game going over in Sylacauga. Munford trails 19-14. They have the ball deep in Sylacauga territory late in that one.
They have just scored.
And Munford just scores. They take the lead over the Aggies. Here is Hayes. He drops the football. Wellborn's got it. Wellborn has recovered it. That's number 35, Tay Traylor, who was on the football, and Hayes just dropped the football. Just slips out of his hand. And nobody hit him. He just had the ball come out of his hand. And Wellborn recovers with Traylor falling on it, and the Panthers are in business. 1st and 10 at the Piedmont 26-yard line with 9:57 to go in the ball game. Slick ball. Now let's see if Wellborn can cash it in. If they can, that will put it to double digits.
Coming to the left.
And they're going to come that way. And that's going to be Spinks back in the ball game and running strong over to the left side, and he's going to have it down for a nice gain on 1st down. They'll spot him down at the 19-yard line, just short of his 1st down. He's 2nd down and a couple coming up for the Panthers.
Well, you got Piedmont, they cramping everywhere right now. They got Ingram's cramping, and now you got Sean Young, defensive back, he's cramping.
Strength is to the left side. They come that way again, cutting it back up. Is Spinks going to dive forward inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made there by Landon Smart. And it's another Panther 1st and 10. So that's the big mistake late in this one. We'll see if it causes the difference in the football game. Here are the Panthers. They're going to go left side again. Jet Smith cuts it up the middle, and he is taken down. And close to a late hit there, and there it comes. And that's a big mistake by Piedmont. The tackle was made by Trey McFarland. I didn't see who piled on late there, but that's a big penalty.
Yeah, he kind of hit him on while he was laying on the ground. It was a late hit.
Here's a look at the replay of this one, and that's an easy call for the officials. Well, it was a little bit past it already when he comes in. I'm not sure what the discussion is, as they threw the flag pretty quickly.
Forward of it.
Oh, they're going to wave it off. And that's not going to be popular with the home folks. So I get word from our production trailer that it was the correct call, that he was trying to make a tackle. He wasn't piling on. He just kind of fell on him there at the end, so he was involved in the tackle. So the officials talk about it, and you like to see officials do that, get together and make sure they get the call right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to call to determine anything about the outcome of a football game like this. Now they're going to run left again, look at the room, and bouncing off a tackle. That is Hunt. Hunt's in. Touchdown, Wellborn. Bouncing off tackles. He takes it in, and the Panthers extend the lead.
Just kept his feet going right there. That's great, tough, hard-nosed running. He kept his feet going.
And the signal comes in. They will go for two. Here's a look at the replay. As he bounces off that first hit, big hit there, Coach, and he just keeps driving those legs.
That's right. Legs never stop moving.
Kentrez Hunt extends the lead now to 11 for the Panthers. They will go for two and try to make this a 13-point ball game. Smith will have a little bit of a power set behind him. He's going to fake it. He keeps it himself. He's hit, dragging tacklers, and he's going to be just short, I believe. And the officials say he does not get there. That was a great defensive stand there. And it was Bryson, number 53, Bryson Ingram, that gets him around the ankles. Going to a timeout. We're back with more coming up. It is the FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
Welcome back to the Hill as the fumble costs the Bulldogs. Wellborn extends the lead now to 40-29. Our FNN Game of the Week is presented by Wise Environmental Solutions, a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, and resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 25 years of experience, Wise is committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. To learn more about available products and services, visit the Wise website at wiseenviro.com. Well, it is rowdy here on the Hill now. The Panthers lead it by 11 with 8:59 to go in the ball game. As they'll get ready to kick it deep here. That'll be Ramirez, and it's going to bounce over the first Piedmont defender, and now it's going to be Jakari Foster picking it up, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hemmed in and forced out of bounds over here on the near boundary. Forced out there by number 11, KV Wesley, for the Panthers.
On the turn. Tackle made by Kavion Wesley.
All right, Coach. What are you going to call here? You're down 11. You got a little less than 9 minutes to go in the football game.
Well, you got to go in a hurry. I think they can run it a little bit with 3 timeouts, but you got to have right here on this particular drive. This your do or die drive right here. They got to go in a hurry.
So only a 2-possession game. First and 10 for the Bulldogs out at their own 37-yard line. Trips left, single wide out is Thompson down to the near side. Here's Hayes looking out in the left, going to throw it out there and just throws it in front of his intended receiver, Max Hansen, and just kind of bounced that about 3 or 4 yards in front of him.
Hayes pass to Maxwell Hansen, incomplete.
So second down coming up for the Bulldogs.
And he had a receiver out on the outside, wide open again. On the left side.
I'll tell you what, we have been here twice in 3 weeks, and both times the football has been outstanding. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. They will keep that same formation. Hayes out of the gun. Johnson in the long side, trips left. Thompson split out wide to the right, and Hayes is going to hand it off to Johnson. He's hit, and he'll be spun forward, but it's a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and long in there to make that tackle for the Wellborn Panthers. That's number 47 on the stop, and that is Trey Berry. And that'll be 3rd down now, and call it 3rd and 6. So big down right here for both teams. Clock rolls with 8:23 to go, and a 3rd and 6 here. Panther defense trying to get the crowd up and into it. Piedmont will go twins to either side this time. Hayes with Johnson alongside. 3rd down. Jack Hayes is going to drop back looking for a hole. He slips a tackle. He's hit, and he's dropped short of the 1st down. Good open field tackle made there. Number 70, who's had a nice game tonight for the Panthers, that is Keegan Pritchett's.
I'm sure he has to go for it right here because he punched the football away to Wellborn right now. He may not get it back.
Yeah, 4th down, about 1.5 yards right now for the Bulldogs. 4th and about 1.5 yards. Can't say it all comes down to this play, but it would be a big play if the defense were to get a stop, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely. They're spreading them out all. They're going to run this. Yeah. They'll run it.
Hayes will run it, don't you think? And he will. And they get motion.
Right, the center flinch. You got to flinch from the center.
Another uncharacteristic mistake by the Bulldogs.
Prior to the snap infraction against the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Now, does that change your thinking? Do you kick it away now?
No, I wouldn't kick it away. You got to go for it. He just made it tough. You find that football away, like 7 minutes left. You may not get it, and you still got it. Either way, you're going to have to play defense. So, I take my chances right now on either getting it now.
Call it 4th and 7 right now for Piedmont. Can they come up with a big play and keep this drive alive? Home crowd is roaring here on the hill. Twins to either side for the Bulldogs. Hayes. Johnson is protector. It's going to drop back. Wellborn looking to try to get pressure. Fires it out in the flat. Got his man, Silas Thompson, and that will be the 1st down. The ball is loose, but it was after he was already ruled down as the hit is made and the tackle made there by Calvin Spinks, but it's a big 1st down play for Piedmont.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. That's great defense right there. They were in the right place. He just broke the route off. He ran a good route right there. And,
Silas Thompson has a couple of touchdowns on the night. He has been the go-to guy for Jack Hayes here in this one. All right, that'll stop the clock and keep the drive alive. 6:49 now. Bulldogs with it. 1st and 10 at midfield.
Just to update you, Silicaga just kicked a 45-yard field goal to tie the score.
My goodness, how about that? All right, here's Jack Hayes going to fire it out in the flat. Oh, big hit! Reading that one all the way. Max Hansen hangs on to it somehow as he was leveled by Christian Figueroa.
That's an ESPN top 10. He timed that. That's a long throw, Brady. That's just a tough throw right there. He kind of led him into it right there.
I saw that one coming, but Max didn't. Short gain, call it a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
You had that receiver in the center of the field open again on the bubble play. I guarantee they'll come back to it, Brady.
They're going to take it over there now. The little give and go, throwing it down the sidelines. Incomplete. 3 Wellborn defenders gathering around that football as he was trying to get it down there, but it was good coverage by the Panthers.
Right, and
Austin Estes.
And that's the play I told you that's been there right there. That particular time, Wellborn had 3 guys in good coverage, and I think they were looking for it.
Jet Smith was there. Jet Smith was there. Also, Katie Wesley was there for the Panthers, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 right now for Piedmont.
And I'm a little bit shocked at Piedmont right here because when Jet Smith drops back to safety, that's when you shouldn't throw the ball back there. I mean, you got the smartest guy on the football field at safety. You got to stay away from him.
We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 9. Here are the Bulldogs. Hayes has got time. He's hit. Time runs out. Ball was moving forward. That's not a fumble. And another big play in the backfield for the Wellborn Panthers as that is Tay Traylor who hits him as he goes to throw the football, and it's 4th down once again for the Bulldogs.
And see, right here's the time where you on 3rd down right there when Jet Smith is back at linebacker, that's when you might want to, with 3 timeouts, you may want to try to get your run up on the inside there.
So does Piedmont have another fourth down in them?
Well, this is the play of the game. This is the ball game right here for Piedmont.
I think it really would be. So they're going to run up to the line and try to snap it quick. They'll spread three out here on the right side. Thompson over there by his lonesome on the left side, looking for him. Hit it out there to Silas Thompson, and he is not going to get there. And it'll be Wellborn football coming up as the defense holds for the Panthers.
Well, that play was messed up from the beginning. They actually looked like they snapped it maybe a second after the play clock had ran out, and they were rushing on the play. So, that barring a miracle, that with the way Wellborn is running the ball off the left side, that may have done it.
Panthers will have it 1st and 10 out at their own 47-yard line. 5:47 to go. Piedmont has all 3 timeouts. They trail by 11. Let's see if the Panthers can put together something to wind this one down.
And you're talking about up by 2 scores. Now, nothing is impossible, but Wellborn is running off that left side pretty good.
And they cut it back, and it's going to get just a short gain, maybe a yard, if that. And that's going to be about it. Up to make the stop that time for the Piedmont Bulldogs was Sean Smith. Want to thank Tangmark for being the sponsor of the fourth quarter for tonight's game. Of course, want to check out Tangmark for good gas, snacks, cold drinks, and light grocery items. Stop in anytime. There's a Tangmark near you, including Piedmont, Hokesboro, Atala, and the Tangmark Chevron on the corner of Quintard and Snow Street in Oxford. So Sylacauga and Munford tied at 22 at the end of regulation. And they'll go to overtime to decide the last playoff berth in that region. Smith milking that clock down. He's going to hand it off. That is Heath running with it. Cuts it back up in the middle, and he's going to be stacked up quickly by the Piedmont defense. He may have gotten to the 50-yard lines, and that'll be about it. Just pretty much the entire interior of that defensive line was in there once again. Leading the charge and up off the bottom of the pile was Sean Smith.
What you do here, Grady, you tell him to snap the ball with 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah. And that's about what he's been doing. It's going to be down just probably inside of 4 minutes when they kick it away if they don't pick up the first down here.
You're talking about a touchdown and an onside kick, and, it's probable, but...
Yeah, it's not impossible.
Right.
Smith is going to run it. He's cutting it back up the field. He's got his first down. Jet Smith to the 40-yard line. Ja'Cory Foster makes the tackle. And the Wellborn Panthers starting the Felix.
Left side again, Grady. They fake the run. You see a pancake block right there. And Wellborn just dominating Piedmont at the line of scrimmage right now. They worn them guys down. They cramping and, monster front right there. But Wellborn is just taking it to them.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and they get a whole new set of downs, and the clock rolls with 3:52 to go in the ball game. If you're Piedmont, do you have to go ahead and burn your timeouts here?
You got to do something to try to get that football back. You're talking about big Logan Grubb right there, pancake block.
And they'll take Heath down for a loss back at the 42-yard line. Chasing him down from behind that time was Bryson Ingram for Piedmont. 2nd down and 12 coming up for the Panthers. And they do not take the timeouts right now. A little surprised.
Absolutely. I don't know, I don't figure in the strategy right here. I just know, coach is going to run that clock down. He's going to take all the time he can.
Yeah, they're not going to snap it until it's right at 3 minutes to go in this football game will be the next time they snap it, because they are running it all the way down. And you got Jet Smith there who can certainly check out that play clock and get the most out of it. They're going to run it left with Hunt. Kind of waits on his blockers, and he'll get to the 40-yard line. That'll be it. It'll bring up 3rd down, and now Piedmont will take the timeout, as it'll bring up 3rd down here and long for the Wellborn Panthers. Up off the bottom of the pile there for Piedmont. That's number 6, Trey McFarland. We will grab a timeout as well. It is the FNN High School Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Come visit the newly remodeled DME showroom at Professional Apothecary in Talladega. You'll see medical beds, portable oxygen, easy lift chairs, walking aids including diabetic shoes and hose, a new private mastectomy fitting suite, wheelchairs and mobility units, portable bathroom safety equipment, and CPAP users will love our new CPAP room. For friendly, personalized service and all of your family's medical supply needs at affordable prices in one place, you can't beat DME, where most major medical insurances are accepted. Stop in today in the Professional Apothecary Complex on North Street in Talladega.
We have a final down in Roanoke. Hanley has defeated the Tigers of Talladega 41-14, and now Sylacauga has scored in the first overtime. They lead 28-22 over Munford. I guess the extra point pending on that. Kicked a 45-yard field goal to tie it, Sylacauga did, as time ran out to keep their hopes of their season alive. All right, Piedmont with 2 timeouts, 2:55 to go in this one. Wellborn will have it with a 3rd down and 10 coming up from the Bulldog 40-yard line. The left side is the short side of the field.
I think one more first down, and that may do it for him.
Here's Smith. Fake it, roll right. He's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Logan Hill was all alone, and he dropped it. Perfect pass.
Perfect pass. And that's a great call by Coach Smith. He went for the dagger. He wanted to get the kill in, and I understand that. It's not trying to run the score up, but
no, you're only up by 11. That's not running the score up.
Absolutely.
That's trying to win the football game.
Absolutely, and a third score would practically be impossible for them to come back in less than 3 minutes.
So Wellborn comes back out on the field. They'll go for it. No, they're going to punt it away here. Jet Smith is your kicker, so he's going to punt this one away and try to pin Piedmont deep. And feel bad for Logan Hill there. You hate to drop that.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're going to run a fake here. They're going to run the fake with Hunt, and Hunt's not going to get there. He's down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, and Piedmont does a good job staying at home there. Epps in there on the tackle to make that Landon Smart along with Sean Smith, and the Bulldogs will take over now at the 34-yard line.
Piedmont take over on their own 34.
2:44, 2 timeouts left for the Bulldogs. They trail by 11.
And that's a cagey call right there. Now, I may not have called the fake punt right there. I probably would have punted and pinned him back as great as his defense played. And he kind of, that field position when you're looking at going 80 looks a little bit different than going, 70 yards.
Yeah, 60. Well, they'll have to go 66 right now.
Right.
Get it in the end zone. Here we go. Trips to the left. Thompson to the right. Hayes in the gun. He'll drop back. He's got time. Now the time evaporates. He's going to pull it down, and he's going to fire it over. Got a man wide open. Estes. Was he beyond the line when he threw that football?
No, he was actually behind the line.
Okay. All right. It was close, but he makes a heads-up play, and Estes ahead for a first down for the Bulldogs.
He got a little close to it right there. But of course, Coach Jeff Smith, he's put Jet back, so they don't get anything deep. So, that's a good decision right there by him.
Second down, first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here's Hayes looking down the field. He's going to fire it out. He's got it. That's Silas Thompson who's going to get immediately out of bounds. And just like that, Piedmont is down to the Wellborn 39-yard line with still 2:17 to go in this ball game.
Well, he's going to throw it. Now, that's a situation where you put your cornerbacks on the outside and keep everything on the inside so the clock will run.
And right now they're leaving that sideline open for him, and they're taking it, and they moved it smartly down the field here in 2 plays.
And got out of bounds, so they didn't have to use the timeout.
That's correct.
And that's something you have to practice, Grady. When I was coaching football, I would get my defensive backs, and we would actually go through a drill where we had to keep the receiver on the inside. We would actually let him catch it and make a tackle to keep him on the inside.
Twins to either side. Hayes, little pump fake. Now he's going to pull it down. He's going to come down the middle of the field. Got a man. That's wide open. Jakari Foster slides down inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. We'll take a quick look at that replay. That pass was right on the money. Steps up out of the pressure, Coach.
Well, with 2 timeouts, you can do that. And so you
So still, this one is not far from over. Hayes looking left. He's going to fire it, dump it off in there. That is Silas Thompson. And he's going to get out of bounds and stop the clock again. Nice gain on first down. They were on the 11. They're down inside the 5 now.
Hayes pass. Silas Thompson. Complete.
And it's going to be,
Second down and 2.
we're going to mark it down, it looks like, at about the 6-yard line. Sylacauga leads it by 7, and they won it by 7. Oh, my goodness. In overtime, Sylacauga gets the win over Munford. They advance. They will finish third in the region. Munford, a heartbreaking loss to close out the season. Here is Jack Hayes with it. He's going to run the football right up the middle. He's stuffed, but he should have his first down, or very close to it, which will stop the clock. And that's smart play. Get your first down. Give yourself a minute to pick it up. It'll be first and goal, I believe, for the Bulldogs.
And you just line straight up, and you just go right there. I mean, I'd run the same play right there.
First and goal from the 2.
We snap it and just run the same play.
Hayes, he's going to look to throw the football. He's going to fire it up. Got a man wide out there. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Max Hansen wide open in the end zone. Hayes drops it in, and the Bulldogs are not out of this just yet.
Well, they're going for 2 right now. But either way, I mean, you're down 5 points, so if you miss it, you still got to score a touchdown.
Yeah, well, if you get the 2-point conversion, you're within a field goal.
Absolutely,
so
and they got
you can kick the field goal to tie the thing, especially if you can recover the onside kick. That's smart play.
Absolutely, they got a great kicker too.
So Wellborn, if you could stop the 2-point conversion, then you force them to score a touchdown. Let me tell you something. As long as there's time on the clock, Piedmont's not ever out of the football game.
I agree.
Here's Hayes. He's going to look to throw it again. He's going to fire it up. Got a man open out there. Goes up, out of bounds. That is no good. And so it will stay a 5-point lead for the Panthers. We're back with an exciting finish coming up. It's the FNN High School Game of the Week, presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Ran a little rub, right.
In a world that's ever-changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a 4-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
All right, Piedmont, as you would expect, nothing less of the Bulldogs drive it down. They score. The 2-point conversion fails. It's a 5-point lead for the Panthers. 1:35 to go. Onside kick forthcoming, you would think. 2 timeouts left for Piedmont. And for Wellborn, you got to recover this football.
Right, this is an onside kick. It comes down to a want-to play right here.
Now you got some hands guys out there. You've also got a couple of linemen out there. Let's see which way Mohan will decide to kick this.
You got 7 on 5. You got 3 backside.
And that is a pretty kick. And it's going to be fielded and taken down right there. Good play. Sure-handed there by number 64 for the Panthers, Harley Kendall.
Well, they're going to re-kick it, Grady, because you had offside.
Yep. Can you decline that if you're Wellborn?
No, you can't decline offside.
Okay. So that gives Piedmont another shot at this.
And what you want to do, what I used to teach my guys, they got 5 over there. You single out those 5 guys and you go and block them, and you have that's your best hands guy make the play. And that is legal. You can actually, when the time the ball is kicked, you can send 5 guys to block those 5 that are over there, and you actually got 7 over there, so that leaves 2 to field the football.
So we'll try this again. It was a perfect bounce for Wellborn the first time. Does the offsides actually benefit Piedmont? We'll see. Mohan kicks it, and that is a scramble. That ball is loose. Piedmont's going to get it. I do believe Bulldogs, they recover the football. No, Wellborn says they've got it. Let's see. I thought Piedmont had it. Sure as the world. Wellborn gets it. How do they come out of there with it? That is number 64 who comes out of there with it again. My goodness, look at this.
Hey, the good Lord is on their side. That's the perfect kick.
And that is Harley Kendall who comes out of that foul with it.
Right.
That was just want to.
That's want to, and he fought for it. Credit that young man. He want to.
Well, he will be the hero tonight.
Now, they have to take care of the football right here. You have to run the ball. They're going to have to hand it off twice, and hopefully you can get a first down on it. But the main thing right now is ball security. Everybody in the stadium know Great Owl will run it to the left side like they've been doing all night.
So here it comes, and I don't know that I would take it out of Jet Smith's hands.
Absolutely.
I just let him run it. So here we go. Piedmont with 2 timeouts. They can stop it twice. And they're going to hand it off. They're going to run left, and he's going to be taken down. And taken down quickly there. The stop's going to be made by number 55 for the Bulldogs. And it'll be second down and long. Timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Services.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
All right, Wellborn will have a second down and 10 coming up. Piedmont uses the first of their 2 timeouts. 1:28 to go. And look for another running play from Wellborn. Another timeout by Piedmont, you would have to think here.
Right. I'm going student body left, student body right with Jet Smith.
Yes, sir.
Don't take it out of his hands.
So here comes Jet Smith coming back on the field. We'll see what they will go with. They'll put one wide out over to the right side, and Smith will be under center for the Panthers. He is going to take it. He's going to fake the handoff, slips, cuts it up the middle. There goes Jet Smith. He's got his first down, and then some. Wellborn is going to win it tonight over the Piedmont Bulldogs. Can you believe it?
I did.
Just look at the play here. Jet Smith once again.
Fake the handoff, Grady. That's the call, but instead of going left, they used to him handing it off. You know, it's a great call right there. They went against the tendencies.
Well, Coach, I think I just mentioned that. I'd get the flow coming left as they've been doing and let him go back right.
Well, you did. That's a great call. That's. And I guarantee you Piedmont wasn't ready for that because they've been running left so much.
What a big win for this Wellborn program. I know it doesn't affect the region standings, but it affects your mentality if you're Wellborn going into postseason. Smith is going to run it again. He's going to be upended as he comes through the line, and it's going to be, I think they'll stop the clock one more time. Piedmont will. So one more timeout expended by the Bulldogs. We'll take one more timeout as well. It's the FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
They don't have to run a play. Just take a knee.
Whatever happens, we'll be there with you and your home every step of the way in your journey back. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Well, to say the crowd goes crazy would be an understatement tonight here on the Hill. The Wellborn Panthers are going to upset the Piedmont Bulldogs, barring a miracle here for the Bulldogs. They need to take one more snap and kneel down. There it is. And the officials will mark the thing ready for play, and I don't think we'll see one more snap. They've already started the clock. So Wellborn has to snap it one more time, and they will upset the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class 3A here on the Hill. And they're going to go ahead and run this play pretty quickly here, I think. Smith takes it, and that's it. Wellborn wins it tonight over Piedmont. They hand the Bulldogs their first loss of the season and a huge win here on the Hill for the Panthers.
Absolutely. Great win. You know, that lets you know what Wellborn is capable of doing. If you can beat the number 1 team in the state of Alabama, then that lets you know that there's hope for you down in the playoffs. You can beat anybody if you can beat the number 1 team.
Yeah, if you can beat this number 1 team, you can flat out beat anybody because Piedmont is an outstanding program, and they came in here and they never said die tonight. They kept coming back, as did the Wellborn Panthers. What a high school football game here on the hill tonight as you see the scene down there, the team shaking hands, and it's really pandemonium right now. The crowd is excited, and there's going to be some partying in Wellborn, Alabama tonight.
You said it. Hey. And as I mentioned earlier, I mean, it's just a great win for Wellborn going into the playoffs in third place.
No doubt about it. We'll grab a timeout. We're back with more from the Hill coming up on the FNN Game of the Week presented by Wise Environmental Solutions.
Blue Mountain Pallet and Wood Recycling is a locally owned business and has been serving Northeast Alabama since 1997. We provide a variety of wood products at reasonable prices. We support our churches, schools, and law enforcement. Ronald Reagan once said, entrepreneurs and their small enterprises are responsible for almost all the economic growth in the United States. Blue Mountain Pallet, 3614 Old Birmingham Highway. Come see us.
At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. Eye Care Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home. At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. Eye Care Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
We welcome you back to the Hill here tonight, where the Wellborn Panthers have upset the number 1 ranked Piedmont Bulldogs 40-35 at what is an absolute classic played here on the Hill. Another classic played here in Wellborn on the Hill. And this old stadium has seen a lot of classics, Coach. It saw another one tonight.
Hey, this is the greatest football game I think I've seen this year. I mean, 2 great programs and just, head-banging football. But I'm going to give you a little hint, though. I think I know who the player of the week is.
You think so? All right. Well, you might be right. We'll find that out on Monday. What a great job tonight by our camera crew. Jim Jacobs and Jake in the production trailer. Great job by everybody there. From my partner, Eddie Bullock, I'm Grady Sapp. Good night, everyone, from the Hill.